From McCormick Gymnasium in Fargo, North Dakota, good evening, everyone. I'm Briggs Hansen alongside CJ Johnson as we get set for North Dakota High School girls basketball action as the Shanley Deacons prepare to take on the Davies Eagles. Girls basketball on Shanley TV is presented by the Shanley Athletic Hub, taking Deacon athletics to a higher level. We have an exciting game for you tonight. Stay tuned and we will return shortly, right after this message from our Deacon partners.
This broadcast is presented by American Family Insurance, Ken Craft Agency, Bell Bank, Electro Diagnostic Services, Essentia Health, Fargo Orthodontics, Forum Communications, Fusion Electric, Great States, Hurley's, J-Tech Mechanical, Luther Family Buick GMC, Moore Engineering, Network Center, Off the Wall Advertising, OnSharp, Peak Partners, Sandine Law, Shields, Sweeney Controls Company, and Zerberg Architects.
Hello, this is Briggs Hansen and CJ Johnson with Shanley TV. We're excited to be hosting you tonight as the Shanley Deacons take on the Davies Eagles. CJ, what are you most excited for with this matchup?
Oh, yeah, I'm really excited to see these two high-powered offenses go at each other here. Davies, they have the #1 scorer in the EDC in Fallon Passanante. And so I'm excited to see how this Deacons defense is going to take on the challenge here to try and stop or slow down this Deacons offense, or this Davies offense, But I really want to see the Deacons come out here on offense, play really aggressive, and I'd really like to see when the two bigs are in there, really play a high-low in the post there, and maybe see some pick-and-roll action too, because Shanley does have the height advantage over this Davies Eagles team.
Absolutely. This one will be a shootout, hopefully. Can only hope. If you're the Davies offense here, what's your plan? This girls' defense has been very excellent so far this year. You think it's going to be a battle of the defenses here, who can prevent the most scoring, or do you think it's going to be whoever can get the most in the basket?
I feel like it's going to be whoever can stop the other offense. I really think the pressure is on both these teams' defenses to really try and stop these high-powered offenses.
Absolutely. And here we kick it off with Renke getting the ball. Passanante with the bucket. That's 2-0. Davies starting it off, and Yablonski to Hakim. Hakim pauses, looks for Sievert. Sievert gets it, and it's stolen by – that's Passanante again. Does not get the two. Scari gets the rebound, bringing it back out to the perimeter, hoping to slow it down.
Yeah, again, early in this ball game, showing you why Passanante is such a great player here with a quick two basket and then hurries up, doesn't quit on defense, and gets the steal.
That leads to a Renke two again, so now it's 4-0 Davies, and Shanley has not crossed the half court. Now they do. Jaya Taylor knocked out of her hands, and that's an overback for Shanley, so it will be Davies' ball once more. It looks like Carter Ford might have knocked that one out of the hands.
Yeah, and again, the Deacons here really just need to settle down in this ball game. I mean, you can kind of see they got the little jitters here. They're maybe a little nerves, too. They just really got to settle down and trust each other here.
Passanante out to Ford. Ford back up to Renke. Renke taking the middle. 3 Deacons girls there to meet her. Scari takes a 3, and Scari does not find it. Hakim gets the rebound, dribbling up the ball.
That's a good sign if you're the Deacons fans here, already winning this rebounding battle. Hopefully they can do it on the offensive side when they get a shot off.
And Renke gets a steal, passes it to Passanante. Passanante draws a foul with the 2, and that'll be shooting on the line.
Yeah,
if you're the Deacons here, that's 2 steals in the past minute. That's really not good. What are you saying if you're the coach here?
Yeah, I would just say control the basketball, handle the basketball with care here. Again, they're being a little too reckless with the basketball, trying to force it down the court here because this Davies Eagles defense has kind of been in the press here a little bit. So they really just need to settle down, take care of the basketball here, and calm down.
And Davies brings the players back to the coach because they're sure Passanante is going to make both those free throws. And she does to make it a 6-0 game as Yablonski takes it up the court. Yablonski to Sievert. Sievert driving it down, passed it to Gust. Gust cannot find it. Just a drop out of bounds. Bad miss.
Again, the Deacons just kind of being careless with the basketball there down over there. Just, again, another reckless turnover.
Passanante took a deep three there, and Carter Ford tries to get it in bounds, does not quite get it off the legs of Jaya Taylor. So Shanley will have the basketball as Riley Sievert inbounds. And passes it to Yablonski. Yablonski looking for a player to trade it to as Passanante guards her. Yablonski taking it up the court. Stops dribbling, finds Taylor. Taylor going into the lane, to Gust. Gust stolen again. That is Nur who gets the steal as she takes it back up for their team. Passanante. Passanante dribbles into the paint. Passes back out to Nur. Nur takes a little pump fake. Midi. Wow, nothing but net for Nur.
Again, in that drive, and that basket by Nur was started because the Deacons, I like how they're trying to get the ball into the paint, but you can't force it down there. You have to be careful with the basketball.
Just have to have good, safe chemistry as Jaya Taylor slows it off the top of the key. Gust gets the ball, holds it, doesn't dribble, gonna go around, piece on the screen, or Hakim on the screen, and that's Scary who gets the steal, and she's taking it for two, does not get it. Taylor taking the ball back out, hoping to start something here for the Deacons as they got Scary on the other side of the court, and Hakim off the knees. Oh, Yablonski gets it back, out to Gust. Gust to Sievert in the paint, out to Taylor. Taylor takes a dribble, pull up midi, nothing but air on that one. Scary gets the ball back for the Davies. A lot of speed moving into this. She dribbles in, looks for Passanante. Passanante gives a look, midi, and it's good. Wow, Davies is off to an incredible start offensively and defensively.
Yeah, again, what you're seeing from this Deacons team here, they're just being too reckless with the basketball. I understand this is a high-paced game right now. You have Davies running up and down the floor. You have them getting steals. But the Deacons really need to just settle down on the offensive side. If they need to, slow it down there. Make sure you get good quality looks and don't force the ball anywhere in danger.
Yes, I mean, passing has been the biggest weak point. They got one steal off the grab, but this passing has just been absolutely horrid by the Shanley girls offense. So if you're this team, are you going to stay on the perimeter? Are you going to keep trying for the paint and hoping they catch it? Because it might just be an athleticism problem right now.
Yeah, you know, if I was the Deacons here on offense, I would really try to work this pick and roll game here. I would really try and get a screen on the up at the top of the key, and then if you're the point guard, if you like your look from the three, then take it and really start your shooting. And if you don't, the post should be wide open there.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, Shanley definitely has a size advantage. A lot of very tall athletes on this team, and Riley Sievert, Megan Dietz, Pisa Kim, Vanessa Bohr, and they have to use that against this shorter but very accurate Davies offense. And we are back with Riley Sievert inbounding the ball for the Shanley Deacons girls. They will be trying to score on the other side of the court, though. Yablonski taking it up after Sievert's inbound and screens Passanante. Yablonski to Taylor. Taylor's going to slow it down at the top of the key to Bohr. Bohr dribbles it to Hakim. Sievert gets a good catch there, drives in the paint. Out to Bohr, open three. And she finds it. That is the first points for the Deacons girls, and hopefully that timeout can reset it for them. Passanante, that is up to Ranke. Passanante back to Nur. Nur's going to dribble in here. Sievert's too tall for her. Ford. Ford looks for the paint, passes it straight to a Deacons player. That's Yablonski taking it back up the court. Bohr on the three-point line. Back to Yablonski. Oh, Taylor almost has it stolen by Carter Ford. But she's going to slow this one down, give herself a good look, out to Sievert. A lot of back and forth here as Hakim, she takes the three. Ooh, not going to go as Nur gets the rebound and resets it for Davies. Hakim almost gets a steal there, and that's Ranke again. She's going to slow it down for Davies. Pass to Nur, rejected by Yablonski, and Davies manages to get the ball back. Nur pump fakes, and that is two. Wow, what an interesting sequence there.
Again, they had Deacons' defense had a great possession there. They had it where they wanted to. They just, again, need to settle down. They're trying to be too quick with it. They're trying to hurry up and get down the floor in a fast break situation. They just need to settle down here.
Yeah, that was just not being able to capitalize off that steal led to a 4-point swing for Shanley there as Jaya Taylor's fouled. Sievert gets in the corner and, releases it into wind. And here is Ranke taking it up to Passanante. Passanante looks for the top of the key. She's going to take that contested. Not going to go. Bohr gets the rebound. Back to Jablonski. Jablonski finds an open Taylor, and she's going to take a deep three, and it obviously is not going to go.
Again, Deacons on the offensive side need to get good looks here, good quality looks. Right now, they're trying to force things to happen, and that's not going to work for this Deacons team.
Very much so. There's a lot of time left to play in this game. There is no need to take deep threes. Bohr finds a good pass, good base basketball. Back out to Taylor. She does a little pump fake, shoots up the midi, and it also does not go. Taylor goes for the rebound, but it's going to be off her because of that, and that will be Davies' ball. Here is Scari inbounding the ball to Passanante. Passanante back to Scari, and they're playing a little back and forth here. Passanante hits a little move on Annie Jablonski. Bohr blocks it with her taller reach. Taylor's got a lot of speed here. Is she going to go for the two? Wow, she does. That is a shooting foul, but does not knock down the shot.
Yeah, that was a good take by Taylor. Nice turnover forced by the Deacons on this side, and good fast break transition for the Deacons.
Definitely, and there you see the Shanley height come into play that we were talking about. Bohr was just too tall for Passanante to get anything on, so when she goes to look into the lane, she's just there with her arms up. And there is one for Taylor. Taylor, a very skilled basketball player, not even out of middle school, and I know she practices a lot of free throws. Hakim with a rebound. Strategical miss by Taylor. Sievert goes up for two. Ooh, bad bounce. Does not get it. Off of Davies, though. That will be Shanley's ball. And it looks like we have Taylor inbounding here for Shanley. Hopefully they can find something here, get another 3 points, another two, so that knock this lead down to maybe half. Sievert into the middle. Piece back out to Jablonski. Jablonski's going to take the three. Into wind again. A lot of air balls from the Deacon girls, unfortunately. Jablonski, they're full pressing. Sievert gets a hand on the ball, but it still gets over to Nur. Nur taking it back up. Switches with Ford. Does not pass it. That'll be a foul on Jablonski. Looks like she got a little bit too physical on defense.
Yeah, again, on the other end, that air ball by Lebonski, I think that's just more nerves now coming into play because they've been now starting to get some good quality looks on the offensive side for the Deacons. They just can't get the roll off the rim like they want, and so now I think they're just kind of a little frustrated.
Yes, definitely. And this matchup last time led in a huge Davies win, an absolutely massive one. They are such efficient shooters, and maybe Shanley's thinking about that with Passanante knocking down a three as Gus has the ball in the corner. Into Hakim on the rim, and that is it's a foul on Ranke. She pushed Hakim in the paint, and that will be a non-shooting foul.
Yeah, again, Passanante already up to 9 points in this ball game. Again, just showing you her efficiency down on the offensive side of the floor.
And Sievert gets the inbound into Dietz in the paint. Dietz is out on the court now. Jump ball with 3 Davies girls in there. She couldn't find a way to get the ball out. And that will result in it being Shanley's ball still. So Taylor will rethrow it in here. Sievert gets the ball, dribble it into the paint. Goes for a fadeaway. Dirk cannot find it. Wow, another air ball, CJ. What is going on here?
Yeah, again, just another contested shot. This Davies defense is just fundamentally sound. They're not falling for any pump fakes or anything. They're staying grounded, and that's making it really hard for this Deacons offense to find something.
Extremely sound. And speaking of defense, Megan Dietz there gets a block to stop Passanante on the layup. She takes the three, and that's the back of the rim. Bounces up high, and that is Brafflat that gets the rebound. Scari going to take it on the side of the court. She's going to take a contested midi, and that is a brick. Sievert inbounds it to Taylor. Taylor tosses it to no one, and that will be a Deacons ball.
Again, right idea there by Taylor in the fast break situation. Just, again, can't execute because of how fundamentally sound this Davies defense is.
Yeah, I guess that one was tipped, so Deacons do get the ball back. That was quite a bad miss. Wondering what was going on there. She finds the paint. Wow, solid two. Great chemistry there by Riley and Taylor.
Yeah, and see, this is the good looks that we're talking about. Set up a screen, nice little backdoor cut by Taylor to get good ball movement, and then for an easy layup.
And Taylor's undersized, so you'd think it'd be bad in the paint, but she manages to slip right by the defenders because of that quickness and that size. And Taylor Manages to get between the pass, and it's off the hand of Scary, I think, for it to be Deacons' ball once more. And it looks like Deacons might be getting some momentum here, CJ.
Yeah, I think they've just kind of calmed down a little bit. They've started to move without the basketball, which has been a key thing for them to get open, especially on that Jaya Taylor easy layup. I think they need to continue doing that, but they've definitely settled down in this ball game.
Definitely. Almost loses it there. Scary gets a jab in on Megan Dietz's pass. Out to the three. Dietz takes the three, and that is good. She is now shooting 50% as Deacons start to claw their way back into this one. Passanante is going to come back for the Davies girls. Passes it to Ranky. Ranky looks for a shot. Back to Passanante. She's getting doubled. Leaves Ranky wide open. Air ball. Taylor gets the rebound off that. Going to pass it to Gus. Gus in the paint. Looks for two. She draws the foul. That'll be a shooting foul for the Deacons.
Again, great transition offense for the Shanley Deacons team, leaving Gus wide open down there, and she draws the foul.
And it looks like Ford and Nur are coming back in the game for Davies. If you're the coach, are you sending those girls out for defense or offense here?
Yeah, I think I'm bringing these girls in here maybe to spark a little defense motivation here, because again, they've been letting this Deacons team get some easier looks now, and so I think more just defense side of the ball.
Definitely. I mean, Ford got a steal earlier, Nur as well. So these are clearly two very smart defensive-minded players as Gus takes her second free throw and makes it. And that cuts it down to a 4-point lead as Passanante takes the ball up for Davies. Jablonski guarding her. She beats Jablonski. Back up to Ford, to Scary, to Braflat. Back up to Passanante. She'll do a little dribble move. Get in on Annie Jablonski. Kicks it out to Scary. Scary takes the three. Will not go as Gus uses her height to get the rebound. Looks like Braflat's getting a little aggressive on Gus. Scary gets a steal. Wow, nice two for Davies. Good defense, good offense. Gus wants to speed it up. She does not want to slow this down. She thinks they have the advantage as she kicks it back out to Jablonski. Jablonski to Taylor. Taylor's going to reset this.
Good call. There was nothing there. Slow it back down.
Ooh, nice midi by Taylor. Scary to Braflat. Braflat to Passanante. Passanante's not even going to dribble. Looks for a throw to Scary, but does not find it. Straight into the hands of Taylor. Whoa. And Taylor goes for a contested two. A little upset that she didn't draw the foul. CJ, what do you think about that shot take?
Yeah, you know what? I actually, even though it was kind of rushed, I do like the shot take because you're in transition. You're trying to get the easy layup. She had it there, just missed a little bit on the finger roll.
Yeah, definitely. And she's been so good at drawing fouls. Looks like she wanted one there, but she did not get it from the Zebras. Looks like good, clean defense by the Davies Eagles.
Shanley TV is made possible in part by the Shanley Athletic Club and their generous members. Check out their website today at shanleyathletic.com to learn how your membership contributes to Shanley TV, the Deacon Den, and many other student-athlete needs. While you're there, be sure to renew your annual membership by clicking the Join Now button, or become a member if you are not one already. It's easy to become a member and anyone can join, so sign up today. The Shanley Athletic Club, taking Deacon athletics to a higher level.
Thank you, CJ. We will start this game right back up here as Scary will get the ball on the inbound. She takes a slow dribble on Jablonski. Out to Passanante. Passanante looks for a player, back to Scary. And she does a Euro step, falls hard. Taylor sends the ball out of bounds on a messed up rebound. That ball had a little bit of a weird kick there.
Yeah, that's just something, too. She was hoping to hurry up and get in transition. Again, just another focused little mental mistake there. Just got to make sure you secure the rebound.
Definitely. Nur to Scary. Back up to Passanante. She takes it into the paint. Looks for a little spin midi. Doesn't get it again. Bohr with the rebound as she gives it to Sievert. Sievert will take it up in transition. Sievert to Jablonski. Little dribble move. Taylor will take a little spin around the defender. Pull up midi. Brick once more. Sievert too tall in the paint, and she gets the rebound, and that'll be a foul on Davies.
Yeah, again, this was the height advantage I was talking about. Again, I think they still need to find it in the paint more, try and get some more paint touches. Because, again, Sievert with the height just out-rebounds everyone.
And not even the height. I mean, we know Sievert can create distance and get a shot in, too. So can Davies really prevent that as they are up to 5 fouls now, one more, and they will start getting free shots. Sievert, speaking of, takes one in the paint, doesn't get the two, passes it out to Jablonski on the rebound. Megan Dietz to Vanessa Bohr, to Jaya Taylor. Taylor takes a contested 3. Man, she just wants it all as Davies finally gets a rebound. Nur is going to try and slow it down to Braflat. Braflat to Passanante. Passanante throws in the middle to Braflat again. She draws a foul and 1 for Davies.
Yeah, that's just great by Braflat right there. Again, just taking the contact, not shying away for it, and making the and 1 play here.
And yeah, Davies is just really getting back here on their offensive groove. Very good move, and 1, always good to have. But I think the problem right now is Taylor's taking a lot of contested shots, looking like bad efficiency when she's been so efficient on the season. What might she need to change up here, CJ?
Yeah, again, just maybe a little more ball movement by this Deacons team. They kind of want to sit there and dribble and wait for something to develop. So a little more ball movement and then a little more backdoor cuts, because that's how she got open on the 1 easy layup. So I would like to see more backdoor cuts.
And speaking of easy layups, Seaver gets all the way up there, and she has a rare miss in the paint. That is not common. She is an incredible athlete here for the Deacons and only a sophomore, but looks like hit it a little bit too hard off the backboard as Skari will now take it up to Nur. Nur looking for a player in the paint. Can't find it, so she's going to throw it to Ranky. Ranky to Passanante. Passanante going to dribble it in on Sievert. Sievert says no way. Out to Skari. Skari can't get the 3. Ford going to dribble it in. Back out to Skari. Staying in the perimeter.
5 seconds left on the shot clock.
Ooh. Ranky had to take that 3, but it will not fall as Bohr takes it up to Taylor. Taylor is going to dribble it a little bit. Ford staying on her.
Again, it's just kind of congested on the offensive side here. I'm not really seeing movement without the basketball.
And Dietz is not fast enough to try and save that ball as Bohr shoots a 3. Deep 3 does not fall. Looks like Hakim is coming back out. Good on Shanley for making sure to keep tall, big paint players out there. That is going to be their advantage against Davies. We've seen them way out-rebound them. And Passanante to Ford. Ford kind of mauled there by Taylor, but refs say it was clean. Passanante gets a little dribble move on Gust. Gust manages to knock it out, knock her off her mojo, and Passanante is going to cause a jump ball. That will be Davies, I believe.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to stay with the Davies. But again, like we were saying down, I know I've said it a lot, the pick and rolls, but maybe not even a pick and roll. Just some screen action to hopefully get an open look here for this Deacons team.
Yes, definitely. Just any sort of physicality then gets. Speaking of, Sievert hits the ball out of Skari's hands as the fans count down the shot clock here. Skari dribbles into the paint, goes for a really contested layup. Sievert draws a foul?
Yeah, it looks like Sievert fouled on the Skari there. Looks like beat Sievert to the block, and from behind it looks like Sievert got her on the arm.
Looks like the fans didn't quite agree to big ooh there, but maybe it was from the fall from Skari as she gets to take 2 at the line. Ooh, will not go. Now, you said that you think defense will make the biggest difference in this game. Do you think that Shanley's defense has really picked up? I mean, they've held them for only 5 points in the past, 7 minutes compared to the 15 they left off at the start?
Yeah, right now it's definitely not the Deacons' defense that's the problem. They've, like you said, they've really contained this Davies offense. They've been getting a lot of good steals. It's now just the offensive side. Let's see if they can play fundamentally good on the offensive side, complementary basketball here.
Definitely. And Nur reaches in on Yablonsky, try to break up the pass, but it's a foul. And that's Davies' 6th, but it will still be an inbounds foul.
7 is the bonus there, Briggs.
Got it. Thank you, CJ. Gus will take it from the top. Yablonsky in the corner. She'll dribble it around with Passanante on her. Passanante goes for a steal, cannot get it. Sievert throws it up to Hakim. Hakim throws it way over to Yablonsky. Yablonsky to Gust. Good ball movement, and they will not be rewarded. Another air ball for this Deacons girls.
Yeah, and that was a good look, too, by Gus. Just a little too strong.
Oh!
But again, like we said, the Deacons defense forcing another turnover.
And a lot of defensive chaos there, but Sievert seemed to have gotten the steal. Speaking of steals, Nur takes it. Open lane, pump fakes. Gust got a little contact, was not called for the foul. A lot of chaos on this floor. There's people falling left and right. Sievert taking it up, and they will get the reset here. She passes it out to Gust. Gust doesn't take the shot. Hakim in the paint. Says you're too little and takes it herself. That's 2 for Shanley.
Yeah, again, that's what I've been talking about down low in the post. A great look by Hakim there to get the easy 2.
Absolutely. You've been saying it. You can just tell she was outclassing those 2 in the paint. Just got around them, kept the ball secure, and shot that easy 2. As Passanante takes her 3, cannot find it. So efficient, but not looking good this game, as Sievert will take it back up for the Deacons.
Yeah, Passanante had a quick 9 points in this ball game, but hasn't scored since 12 minutes to go in the ball game.
And you can credit the Deacons defense for that, as they pass it out to Yablonski. Yablonski to Gust. Gust to Hakim. Hakim back to Gus, almost loses it there. Tries to get in the paint, but Ranke gets it as she knocks down Hakim. And Passanante is going to get another chance to take it up. Nur, locked up by Gust. Finds Carter Ford on the perimeter as she takes a pull-up midi, gets the shooting foul, so that will be 2 from the line for Carter Ford.
Again, they had a good possession down in the post. Now that time they were just trying to force it too much, and again, you can't do that.
No, you cannot. You got to stick to that solid fundamental defense, keep the arms up. Looks like she got a little hand on the wrist for Carter Ford. Do you think that the lack in scoring these past couple minutes has been due to stamina? I mean, a lot of these players out here look gassed. Sievert's got her hands on the top of her head. Taylor's got her hands on her hips back there. You think they're just getting tired?
Yeah, definitely fatigue is going to play a big role in this. This has been a fast-moving game here. And definitely if you're not used to that type of pace in a basketball game, if you're used to settled down, controlled basketball play, then, yeah, I would say fatigue definitely is going to play a role in your shot taking.
Definitely. I mean, people always talk about game speed, and this is real game speed. Steal, block, and it just goes up and down the court as Hansen passes it to Sievert. Sievert to Yablonski. Yablonski's going to dribble it around Passanante as she gives it back to Sievert. Sievert's really going to slow this one down. Hand off to Hansen. Hansen guarded by Nur. Going to push her off a little bit. Looks into the paint. Sievert pushes Scary back for 2. Again, using that size, you keep bringing up, CJ, how that's what they need to do, and clearly that's the most efficient points they've gotten all night.
Yeah, and again, Sievert finally gets down in the post, and those are going to be her first points of the night.
Braflat's up to Passanante. She's going to slow it down, and that is Mary Hansen checking into the game. She is quite tall. And Scary fouled there. My apologies, I was reading the name list. Did not catch that one. Did you see that, CJ?
Yeah. Again, Passanante still scoreless in this game. Just credit to this Deacons defense.
And Nur comes back up off a little screen here. Passanante dribbling it around. Oh, off the hands of the Deacons there. And that will be Davies' ball to inbound once more, as it looked like Mary Hansen might have gotten her hands on that, but Anya Blonsky ended up being the last one to touch it. Passanante to Scary in the corner. There's 2 Davies defenders in this corner as they're getting trapped. Pisakim helps in the paint. Nur, open look. Finds it. Nothing but net there. Great shot by the Davies offense. You just cannot give them that open look, can you, CJ?
No, you really can't. I mean, if you're wide open like that, you're just gotta assume she's going to make it.
A little animosity here by Taylor as she dribbles into the Davies defender. Going to pass it out to Yablonski, though, when she's closed down on. Hansen uses her size, knocks down Nur, and then airballs a 2-pointer.
Yeah, again, maybe a little too much time in the weight room there. A little too strong off the glass.
Just a very chaotic possession. I know it's hard to recover from that kind of bump that she took there. But again, Shanley just seems to be outclassing Davies in the paint, and Davies is doing it at the perimeter. So it's curious to see what's going to win, fundamental basketball or sharpshooting.
Yeah, definitely fundamental basketball is going to win every day of the week.
Sievert guards Scary out here. Passanante switches on Passanante. Hakim comes up to help, and Nur looks for a shot. Can't find it. Back out to Scary, guarded by Hansen. Takes a contested shot. Does not find it at all. Taylor finds the ball over Hansen. Taylor dribbling in, takes a contested midi, finds it. There is the Jaya Taylor that has been so efficient all year.
Yeah, again, just a good look by Taylor that time and knocking it down.
Scary dribbles right past Hansen. Out to Passanante. Passanante shoots up a 3, and she finally knocks one down to knock out the drought that she's been having, as Sievert will inbound it to Yablonski. Yablonski, that is a timeout for Shanley. That is a good call from the coach there.
Yeah, really good call. Just trying to settle down her players a little bit. It's definitely, like you said, chaotic possessions on both sides. So just kind of calm down, collect yourself, draw up something on the offensive side so you can get a good look.
I mean, one thing the Deacons have been doing well is that switch off the screens to get on Passanante, to get on Scari. Seems to be very helpful because they are such efficient shooters. But what do you think they're lacking with this perimeter defense? Because there has been too many open looks.
Yeah, I think just kind of getting confused a little bit, some miscommunication on some of those screens. Like you said, most of the screens they've been doing such a good job on, but again, on some of these chaotic possessions when they're fighting for the rebound, that draws more people down in the paint, and then that's going to leave the perimeter open for wide open shots like you saw a Nerd knock down earlier in the game.
Davies earlier this year absolutely decimated the Deacon girls, winning by 30, 40 points, and when I was at that game, I remember the Deacons tried to play them with the perimeter, and I think they've learned that they have to go down there in the paint. They can't play the same basketball Davies does because they are two different teams.
Yeah, really different. I mean, you have Davies, maybe the shorter, maybe a little more quicker team that can really shoot, but then you have the Deacons team that really has the height advantage, and they really just need to start working it down in the post.
And now we will see if they do that as Sievert takes the ball, stops dribbling, so she's stuck as she hands it off to Taylor. Taylor takes it off Carter Ford. Screen from that will be Davies' ball. I have no idea why.
It looks like maybe they called 3 seconds in the lane there for Hakim.
Yes, that is correct. As Scari will now get the chance to inbound it because of that. Just a simple mistake you had to try to avoid. Scari, guarded by Jablonski. Tries to blow past, can't get it as Jablonski, Dietz says not in my house as she knocks that one out of bounds, but that will remain Davies' ball.
Yeah, again, just great defense by this Deacons team. That's really what's keeping them in this ball game here. They've been definitely playing good, fun, fundamental basketball.
Sievert says not today, knocks that one hard, sends Scari with the message saying if you're going to come in the paint, you better be open.
Again, and that's just the height advantage of that wingspan that's just completely different in what's lacking from this Davies team.
Absolutely. What a power shot. That's just, whoa. Speaking of power, Taylor gives a little hip check there to Carter Ford. She, as we know, is a very aggressive player. She's just always out there, quick, fast reflexes, even on defense, and maybe a little bit too much there.
Yeah, just a little too bit, maybe a little frustrated with how the night's been. I don't know there. They're just trying to get the ball back for another easy possession for the Deacons, but just got a little too handsy there.
And Beth says, Taylor, don't worry. That's okay. And that's what you like to see from a coach. You got to keep your players calm. If you start playing too rushed, if you start playing worried, if you start playing like you're on the decline, then you're not going to have a good game as Carter Ford takes her second free throw and knocks it down.
Yeah, especially when you see the coach still staying calm, that gives the rest of the team confidence that they need.
And Sievert will pass it out to Dietz. Dietz doesn't see the open Jablonski, but she'll do a little dribble move. Pass it to the paint to Sievert. Sievert, guarded by a very tall Hansen, has not met that height yet tonight, and that looks like it'll be a foul?
Yeah, it looks like got her on the arm.
Yes, got a little physical there in the paint. I mean, when you're that tall, it's got to be hard to manage all the space you're taking up with the arms.
Yeah, even though Dietz missed the open Jablonski cutting there, it was a good pass inside to the paint for Sievert and good for Sievert to draw the foul.
And I'm not sure Jablonski has very many points, if any at all, tonight, but it's just one of those unsung heroes kind of thing. She's been very good at passing, finding those open people. And do you think Davies has a player like that, CJ?
Yeah, I'm not sure if I could pick out one specific player for this Davies team just because of how fundamentally sound they are, that each team is being each player of this Davies team is being unselfish with basketball and just finding the open person at each different time.
Very much so. It seems like they go back to the same two, Scari and Passanante, as Scari takes a contested mini. Bohr gets the rebound. Bohr to Jablonski. Jablonski will push it up the court. Tries to pass it out to Taylor. Kind of a miscommunication. Taylor's not quick enough to get there to the ball, and that will be the easy turnover for the Davies offense as we have 1 minute left in this half. Scari waiting for Nur to tie her shoes. Little mismatched color. Those are really awesome, actually. Nur passes it to Scari. Scari dribbles it up. Gonna get grabbed by Megan Dietz as Braflat finds an open look, cannot find it off the brick. And story of the night, Davies cannot get a rebound as Sievert takes the ball to Bohr. Scari steals it. It's a crawl in the floor, and timeout by Davies with the ball. And that will be a good timeout by the coach.
Yeah, really great. Keep the possession with Davies. They don't want to have any kind of guesses with the jump ball or anything, so just take a good timeout to keep the possession with them.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, you don't want to see your players crawling on the floor like it's a mud fight here.
If you've enjoyed watching our ShanleyTV.com broadcast, please consider making a donation to help us continue to bring you quality programming. We rely on donations to bring you every broadcast, and we need your help to continue to improve the quality of our productions and to add new features for you to enjoy. If you are interested in donating, please contact Joelle Shuey at 701-893-3225. Again, that's Joelle Shuey at 701-893-3225. Thank you for watching, and thanks for your support of Shanley TV.
Back to the action here. Nur inbounds it for Davies. Finds Skari. Skari looks into the paint for Passanante. Passanante fadeaway. Dirk Nowitzki does not get it. Rebound by Megan Dietz.
Good look by Passanante. Just can't get the roll that she needed.
Skari just goes up for a prayer, knocks it out of bounds. That will remain Shanley's ball. But she did get one of those a second ago that ended up in a wrestling match between the two.
That's right. Davies Eagles haven't been able to get the rebound, but the next best thing is getting steals.
Absolutely, and they have been so good at that. Taylor looks like she's not sure what to do with the ball. She's going to dribble it around Carter Ford. Ford to Taylor to Yablonsky. Yablonsky back to Taylor. Taylor does a little crossover. Ford gets her hand in there. Stops the shot from Taylor. Riley, too big in the paint. Oh, but Davies comes down with it. And that will be the half as Davies leads by 9 points. Now, CJ, this game started off absolutely horribly, and I can say that now for the Deacons as they pick this up, but what do you think they have to continue to do to stop this Davies team from getting away with the 3 points? That one extra point from there, too, can make a big difference.
Yeah, right now, I mean, you've definitely seen the Deacons defense settle down, play great, fundamentally sound defense. They really just need to continue doing that. The only problem that they've ran into is when it's been contested rebounds down below, and they've lost their sense of where the three-point shooters are, and that's been able to create some open looks for this Davies team. So they really just need to make sure they have awareness of the full court and make sure they don't leave any wide-open three opportunities.
Yes, absolutely. And, I mean, Jaya Taylor has been very effective for the Shanley offense all year, but it seems like when Carter Ford is on the court, she's not been getting very many points off, forced to pass off the ball as she reaches in, tries to steal it. And do you think the stealing or the rebounding is what's going to make the difference in this game?
Yeah, I think just taking care of the basketball, the steals that Davies has created on the other side of the floor, that's definitely what's been swinging this momentum shift for the Davies. And so the Deacons really just need to take care of the basketball. They need to not force it down into congested areas. They really need to take care of it. As you see an open three look over there by Bohr, again, they just really need some more screen action to get some open looks. And again, the Deacons, like we already said, kind of lost control of where the three ball shooter was and providing an open look.
Absolutely. This has been a great half from Shanley TV. Thank you for tuning in. We will see you at the start of the second. We are back with Shanley TV as we continue with the second half of the Shanley Deacons versus the Davies Eagles girls basketball game. Now, CJ, we have been talking all night long about the difference between this perimeter playing Davies team versus the tall, big box team that is Shanley Deacons. Now, what do you think is going to happen in the second half? A lot of scoring, not a lot of scoring as these players are going to get tired.
Yeah, you know what? I feel like the second half here is going to kind of be a little more clean than what the first half was. I feel like both teams are going to take care of the basketball a little more. I still feel like defensively wise, you're going to see great defense being played. I really hope to see the Deacons, though, get some more screens and a little more ball movement.
Absolutely. Either way, it will be exciting as Jablonski gets a tipped pass here. Taylor takes a three off the front of the rim. And Passanante, not a person you want to be on one-on-one as she gets the ball. Pump fakes Taylor and an excellent two-point as Taylor jumps in the air.
Yeah, just too easy for Passanante. A little ball fake. Again, Taylor just need to stay a little more disciplined. Stay on the ground. Don't leave your feet.
Jablonski gets around Passanante on defense as Gus gets it. Gus to Taylor. Taylor to Sievert. Sievert leads Hakim. Great. Oh, no. Great pass by Sievert. Hakim misses the two-pointer, but Scary steps out of bounds in the presence of Hakim, and Shanley Deacons are going to get another chance at this.
Yeah, I know Hakim definitely felt the defender on her back, but that's a shot take that you really need to make.
Absolutely right there, especially with the height advantage Hakim has. You got to get those in as Gust gets it to Sievert, musses Carter Ford. The height difference on full display. Taylor drives in, takes a weird hook shot, finds it. Wow, I'm not sure what I feel about that shot. Maybe a little bit of luck, but it went in, and that's all that matters.
Yeah, showing you why Jaya Taylor's the leading scorer here for this Deacon teams with 9 points on the night.
And Passanante hits a little cross as Scary screens. Scary goes to the middle. Passanante pull up midi off the front of the rim. Sievert grabs it, one arm. Taylor, 1 versus 2. Hakim open in the paint, finds Hakim. No look pass. Hakim gets redemption with a new two-pointer. Great play by the Deacons there. Good vision by Taylor to not make eye contact with Hakim. Defender had no idea she was behind her, and that's an easy bucket every time.
Yeah, really great dish there by Taylor and the fast transition break.
Ooh. Speaking of fast break there, Nurse speeds up around the corner and gets a 2 around Hakim. Hakim to Jablonski. Jablonski will take it back up the court for the Deacons. Gus at the top of the key to Sievert. Sievert around to Taylor. Taylor's going to dribble it in the paint. Hakim looking for a pass to an open Jablonski. Jablonski, back of the rim, can't get it. Hakim, too small. Oh, she misses another 2.
Again, another one just a little too strong off the glass. You got to make that.
Passanante, elite scorer. That was an incredible pass. Quick bounce pass to Nerf for an easy 2. I mean, she is just an all-around complete basketball player.
Yeah, really great. Showing you she can do it on the defensive floor right here and doing it in assists and scoring.
That is the kind of person you want to have on your team. As Gust will now take the ball. Taylor, deep 3. Absolutely chucks it. Not going to go. Whoa, Sievert tries to go over the top. Way to help up Passanante. That's the kind of sportsmanship that you like to see. And
yeah, again, like we were saying with Passanante there, she's going to be the leading scorer here for this Fargo Davies team, already with 14 points in this ball game.
Now, if you're the Deacons, are you going to try and change up your game plan to just stop Passanante? Is she that much of a threat, or you think not yet?
I don't think so quite yet. I mean, you're only down here by, well, I guess you're down by 11 here. But, again, you've been having some really great defense. Just stick with your defensive plan. And you can't – that one was just great movement there by Carter Ford.
Absolutely. Carter Ford hits a little outside step and then cuts in on Taylor for a very fast break, too. And that will be her first points of the game, even though it seems that she's contributed a lot defensively. And timeout Deacons. Beth decides this is not the look, and probably is a good decision as Deacons are starting to lose a little bit, but we saw them start really bad in that first half. You think they're going to climb their way back up here, or you think it's starting to look like a bit of a stamina problem here for the Deacons?
No, I think they're going to come back in this ball game here. You've already kind of seen some good working offensive possessions here by the Deacons coming out of halftime. So I think Coach Maher on the Deacons bench there is just going to draw up something here just to try and get the Deacons an even more open look.
That's quite sound logic. I do agree. And it looks like the game will be starting right here as the Deacons are now down 13. Going to try and claw their way back up. And here's the young roster. I know I brought this up last time I was here, CJ, but the Deacons have an astonishingly young roster. Looks like Davies has a bunch of seniors out here on the court, but we have a freshman, a sophomore, an 8th grader, a sophomore, and Pisa Keem representing the Shanley seniors.
Yeah, really bright future here for this Deacons team.
Jablonski gets the handoff from Taylor. She's going to dribble it defensively. Gust going to stay way up there. Taylor, little dish to Hakim. Hakim, tries to get it to Siebert, but Scari's in between it to break up the pass. Passanante gets a fast break, finds Ford. Ford to Nur. Great ball movement from Davies. This Nur gets another easy 2. Dish by Carter. Found that open look. Could have taken the midi, but she said, no, I want my teammate to have this one.
Yeah, good awareness on the court here for this Davies team, and Deacons definitely lacking that court awareness. Again, missing another open player in the court.
Speaking of just easy mistakes, how about that, CJ? I mean, just a missed catch by Jablonski. That's sad to see.
Yeah, again, like you already brought up this stamina, this fatigue factor, this could be playing a role into their mental lapses here for the Deacons.
Definitely. Now we'll see what the stamina is looking like, as Scari has a lot of room here to work with Jablonski. Jablonski stays on her. Scari goes to the middle, doesn't try and go for the ego 2, and Passanante cannot find the 3. Nur gets the rebound. Does not get her 3rd 3 in a row, as Hakim says, that is mine. Looks for a wide pass, but Passanante is there to intercept the ball. She takes it back up, looks for the 2, passes it out to Scari. Scari, kind of a deep 3 there. Brick.
Again, just good court awareness by this Davies team, knowing where the open player is and giving the ball out there. And again, just a little bit of bad awareness here by this Deacons team, kind of forgetting about a floating Davies player on the backside.
Looks like Siebert kind of got to that ball, forced Scari to adjust her shot a little, and that's all they needed to get the ball back here as she hands it off to Taylor. Taylor dribbling in on Ford, goes for a contested 2. Whoa, great under the hand there, Jaya Taylor. We've seen her hit a lot of those really tricky layups. You think that's kind of her bag move?
Yeah, I guess so. I guess right when you think you have her, Taylor just pulls out a bag of tricks.
She really does, and she's got a deep one. As Passanante pushes Borov, gets a step back. Jablonski lost. Passanante can't knock it down. Do not clip that one. Carry by Taylor as she tries to cross half court. Maybe a little bit too anxious there, CJ?
Yeah, just a little bit. She saw the open court in front of her, and she wanted to go coast to coast there, but kind of got tripped up in the Midwest.
I mean, Taylor has a lot of speed, looks for those open breaks all the time, and she might have gotten a little too ambitious with that one. As Hansen, the tallest Davies player, is now here in the box. Scari will be taking it as Siebert plays off. Scari dribbling it around. Dietz picks her up. Passanante dribbles it in hard. Jablonski with the contested 2. Oh, wow. No arc on that one, just straight to the hoop. No funny business. Dietz will be dribbling this one up. She's going to want the one-on-one with Hansen here. Hansen's too tall. Passed out to Jablonski. Jablonski dribbles it in. Off the head of Hansen here.
Looks like Jablonski's going to draw a foul here, though. But again, just on the other side of the floor, Passanante showing you her ability to stop and go really quickly.
Yes, very much so. Yeah, Jablonski did get a foul there. Not quite sure what was going on, but Boer open on the 3. Too tall, says you're not contesting me. Can't quite knock down the 3. Taylor drives in, contested 2 over Hansen, and she gets that one as well. I mean, we said the first half, Taylor was taking a lot of those contested shots. We were maybe a little bit too quick to judge because clearly she can make them.
Yeah, she's in double digits here with 13 points. Again, just playing her own game.
Dietz contests that one. Scari a little scared on the shot, lets it go too early. Taylor jabbed by Scari. Megan Dietz passed it into Siebert. Siebert hook shot. Ooh, cannot get it. That's a hard look. Oh, Siebert. Oh, Scari. Back and forth and back and forth. What's going on?
Yeah, great effort by Siebert there to poke the ball away. Jablonski there in a right position. Good spot at a good time there. But again, Scari just putting her hands up. A little taller than Jablonski, was able to get the ball back for this Davies team.
Jablonski seemed almost too eager to get that to Siebert. Siebert was so open she could have slammed a windmill there.
Yeah, Jablonski again maybe just should have faked the pass up top and the bounce pass underneath.
I mean, a lot of time, but again, we talk about this game speed. It is a very quick game out here as Passanante gets it contested too. She is just hot now.
Yeah, she's up to 18 points on the night.
Siebert going to take it at the top. Looks for Dietz. Dietz gets a hand on it. Passanante manages to get that out before she steps out as Ford will take it up. A quick player. Little midi, free throw, cannot find it. And that'll be Yablonski with the rebound as she goes back on Ford now. Little double team there. Dietz looks for a three. Sievert, open three. Hansen gets her hand in the face. And that's another brick up to the top. A lot of missed threes this game on both sides, CJ.
Yeah, again, I'm not going to really judge Sievert on that look. She was wide open at the top of the key, just a little too strong off the back iron.
And maybe Hansen, even with a little bit of an intimidation factor. I mean, when you see someone with such a wide wingspan coming at you, you got to maybe look to arc the shot a little.
Right, get it over the top of the hand there.
Absolutely, as now Deacons Hansen will come and play defense. She gets shook by Passanante. Passanante takes a ridiculous two. Wow, she is now working this Shanley defense. Seems like she found her groove in this game.
Yeah, she had a little shake and bake there on the Deacons defender, and she's up to 20 points.
She really did. Made them show why she is the EDC leading scorer as Bohr will look for a player. Yablonski up at the top of the key.
Third leading scorer, Briggs.
Third.
Deacons able to draw the foul. Good job trying to get it down into the paint there.
Yes, she is third. And actually, Deacons' very own Sievert is the second leading scorer. And she hasn't been getting a lot of looks tonight, but she's been contributing in many other ways as Taylor. Whoa! Taylor tries to take contested midi for absolutely no reason, and that will be Davies' ball. Just not a very good shot take there by Taylor.
Yeah, really not. Wasn't open at all. She had a taller defender on her, and then she just tried to pass it out, which is a good idea, but just a bad pass.
Speaking of open, Nur gets an open three. Does not quite find it, but Passanante's there to get it in the paint as Yablonski passes it to Gust.
Yeah, Passanante just doing it all for this Davies team here. Rebounding, assists, scoring. Just shows you all her arsenal of weapons.
Absolutely, and it's a lot of just effort plays. I mean, she's not the biggest out there. She's not the tallest, but she might be the quickest. And that will be Deacons' ball as Taylor will inbound it for this Shanley offense. And now it is a completely young team out here for the Deacons. Sophomore, freshman, 8th grader, sophomore. And Yablonski steps to three-point, looks for a shot, can't find it. Gust gonna dish it to Sievert. Sievert gonna dribble it in, finds Hansen, and that is the shot clock.
Yeah, just a great lockdown defense by the Davies team. Again, though, when Sievert sees that double team on her, that means there's someone open. The Deacons just need to find that open player.
Yeah, absolutely. It looked like Hansen was staying too far back there for a good three-point shot. So maybe run around the perimeter, find your open place as Passanante will now be guarded by Hansen. Sets a screen. They don't switch off. They say, I'm going to stick on this. I'm going to get it. And that is a timeout by Davies. This coach has been really aware with these timeouts, hasn't he, CJ?
Yeah, really great timeout there called by this Davies team to keep the possession with Davies.
Absolutely. Hansen did not switch off there on the screen, but looks like it worked out in their favor. They kind of trapped Passanante up on the half-court line, either forcing her to an over and back, or here we got some replays for you. Taylor, a little pump fake, goes in and finds this ridiculous hook midi. And that's just been the story. Taylor has been looking for contested shots, but not always knocking them down.
Yeah, again, she had an easy, she could have dished it out to Sievert with an open three look, but instead takes the hard way for two.
And I mean, we see these awesome camera angles here on the Shanley TV, and I want to give a huge shout out to the whole Shanley crew tonight. We've got Ethan Hager and Kyle Duffy on the camera, Addison Sievert on scoreboard, and Jack Duffy producing these great replays for you at home. And a big thank you to our very own teachers, Miss Miller and Mr. Picard here for helping out. Now it looks like Davies will be stepping back on the court first, and Deacons following shortly after as we kick this game back into gear.
Yeah, 19 seconds will be left on the shot clock here for this Davies team. Let's see if they can get some good ball movement like they have been all night here and get a nice look.
Here's Passanante, elite scoring so far this half. She's going to pass it up to Scary. Scari's going to take the top of the key, a little jab step. Pull up midi, does not find it. Scary has not been hot at all tonight. Ref made like a jabbing sign, like he was trying to poke someone's eyeballs out. I'm not sure what that means.
Yeah, it looks like Gus just kind of fouled on the rebound, trying to get too aggressive onto the ball back.
Oh, in the paint, Gust. Whoa! And the Davies team gets hyped for that one. Just kind of pushes Gust around a little, uses the size difference to her advantage. And that's what we've been seeing from some of these Deacon players. But Davies says, I want a turn. I want my 2.
Yeah, Lacroix getting a nice and one type of play there, just really backing down Gust in the paint there, really using her size to the advantage.
But now we can see, is she going to make the free throw? Looks like she will not, as Seaver gets a good rebound there for the Deacons. And she'll take it up quick on the court. She's recharged, wants something. Taylor, top of the key. Looks like she almost wanted to shoot it, decided against it.
Yeah, good note take there by Taylor. Instead, drive in, draw the foul.
Definitely, and she's so quick. That's what you want to see from her, as she draws the foul from Carter Ford, I think. Passed out to Yablonsky. Yablonsky in the corner. Back up to Taylor. She's going to drive in once more. Spin move. Ooh, cannot find the 2. Yablonsky gets the rebound, though, so they're going to reload here. Dietz finds Hansen. Hansen over the top. Yablonsky, nice catch as she passes it back out to Dietz. Dietz looks in the paint. Sievert, another nice catch. And she'll draw the foul. I mean, just a lot of good catches. Shows off that Deacon athleticism.
Yeah, really going upstairs to go grab each one of these balls here. And, again, really great job by Sievert there to get down in the paint, really start and grind it out there.
And now Sievert, an elite basketball recruit for this sophomore class. We're going to see how she shoots these free throws and misses the first one.
Yeah, you can just see some frustration on her face. I mean, she's only has 3 points of this ball game here. Just definitely not getting some of the roles that she wanted tonight.
Yeah, that's unfortunate, but sometimes you just got to be the team player, and she always is that team player as she gets to 4 now. And Skari will take it up. Hansen guarding her full court. Davies' ball, Merritt might have gotten, or Hansen might have gotten a little too physical. I'm not quite sure what happened.
No, she just poked the ball out, looked like, and last touch by Merritt there, or by Hansen, excuse me.
Thank you, CJ. Passanante, going to take it on Sievert. Pass it out to Skari. Skari guarded by Hansen. Kicks it back out to Ford. Ford finds a 3, cannot knock it down. Passanante with a rebound. She wants the deep 3. She does not get the deep 3. Ford with a rebound. Ford pull up midi. Air ball. Oof. That was a rough offensive possession for the Davies Eagles. They might just want to slow this one down.
Yeah, all of them just a little too strong there. Each one of those shots just a little too strong. You had 2 threes that went off the back iron and then the air ball because of the strength there by Ford.
Definitely. I mean, they were just a little bit too rambunctious looking for a shot there. And Sievert will now show them what she can do on offense. To Dietz.
Yeah, it looks like offensive foul there by maybe Dietz there. Just a little too aggressive. Moving screen maybe, or just a little too much of a push.
I mean, that's just one of those things you got to limit. You don't want to give the team the ball for free, especially when you're on the offensive side of the court.
Yeah, again, just a loss of possession there by the Deacons trying to chip away at this big lead.
And big lead there, up by 20 now. This has kind of gotten out of hand for the Deacons at half as Ranke gets an open 3 and another miss. Foul on the Eagles here. This will be the Deacons' ball, I believe. Not quite sure what's being called, but Sievert will be inbounding.
Yeah, good call by the ref. Davies Eagle player just kind of pushed off to try and get the rebound. Good call there by the ref.
I mean, probably just out of frustration. This Deacons team has really been beating them out here in the rebounds. As Taylor will now take a little spin to bring it over half court. Skari swats the ball. Does not even phase Taylor. She just continued to dribble.
Yeah, but again, you saw the open Hakim there down in the lane with the backdoor cut there. Again, just kind of this court awareness that the Deacons have seemed to lack all game long.
Speaking of court awareness, Hakim found an open Yablonsky, but Yablonsky can't knock down the 3. Hansen tries to go for the steal, and she forces a bad pass there by Ranke. Ranke's been kind of having an interesting game here. She's missed a lot of 3s. It's kind of unfortunate because she's been pretty efficient on the year.
Yeah, she's had some good takes and some good makes, but then she's just kind of been inconsistent in this ball game.
Definitely, an inconsistency can kill you in basketball, as Taylor will now be guarded by Ford, taking up the court. Little dribble move, wants to beat her herself. Can't quite do it. Yablonsky into Hakim. Hakim going to pass it up to Sievert, and that is, whoa!
Yeah, the crowd doesn't like that call. Definitely looked like it last touch by Davies' player there, but maybe since the ref's there closer, could have saw that maybe a hair or fingertip last touch by the Deacons.
Yeah, not sure what to think, but Seaver didn't seem too upset, so Scari's going to take it in the lane. Whoa! She's going to SGA for that ball. No foul. Talks to the ref. Ref says, please just get on defense, as Taylor will take it up the court.
Yeah, showing you Scari just not fazed by the contact at all.
Going to slow it down here. Hansen, top of the key. Hansen into Hakim. Hakim back up to Taylor. Deep three. Finds it. Nothing but net from Taylor. She's been taking a lot of deep threes tonight, and it's kind of frustrating to see people miss them, but when they make them, it's so, so beautiful.
Yeah, Taylor now up to 16 points on the night.
Hansen staying with Scari. And quick shot there by Passanante. Does not get it. Taylor, speaking of quick, coming up the court, flying down there, stops. Carter stays on, or Ford stays on her. Ooh, bad pass as Ranky gets a chance at a two. Will she get her points? Ooh, Taylor gets a hand in there. James Harden, no look, swat the ball out. You're really going to make me play defense?
Yeah, again, but that was caused, the foul there by Taylor was caused because of a bad force entry pass there by Taylor on the other side. Again, some of these you just got to, the Davies defense is playing aggressively, trying to jump everything. Again, you just got to fake the pass one way and then feed it inside the other way.
And that was a foul. I did not see that call at first. Looked like a clean steal, but looks like she might have got a little hand along with the ball. And Ranky will be taking her too. As the Davies Eagles are still leading by 20. She gets the second one, and that'll put them up by 21. Sievert inbounds the ball quick. Bohr to Yablonsky. Yablonsky dribbles it up. Oh, Passanante with the steal. She wants the two, and she gets it. Quick points for the Davies Eagles.
Yeah, Passanante is just putting on a show for you all tonight.
Had a slow end of the first half, but man, has she come back for blood on this Davies offense.
Yeah, up to 24 points on the night.
Taylor, another weird little hook shot. I can't even call it a hook shot, but she just floats that ball up, and it finds its way to the hoop.
Yeah, she really has her floater game down, just taking all these nice little floaters, nothing but net.
Speaking of floaters, there is Nur with an easy 2 points. Oh, Ranky, nice steal. Doesn't get a three, or that's Scari. Scari with another chance at it, and does not find it again. Hakim just tosses it up to Ford. Ford says, that's mine. Can't get it. What is going on? Scari tries to draw the foul. It doesn't get it. Carter Ford, another rebound. Pisa Kim just takes the ball from her hands. CJ, stop it.
Yeah, again, just the core awareness here by this Deacons team. Hakim just trying to throw it up, hope something happens there. Gets in the hand of defenders, and then Hakim gets the rebound, but her foot's out of bounds. Just this lack of core awareness here by this Deacons team is really what's kind of costing them all these troubles.
Oh my gosh, we've been talking about this all night. This is a very quick game. These girls do not want to break. They go up and down the court. They go coast to coast. But this has just been kind of chaotic now in the second half, as maybe they lose a little control of the limbs as they get tired.
Yeah, really fatigued. Definitely with 5:12 left in the ball game. Fatigue really a real factor here in this ball game.
And that'll be a timeout from the Davies coach. Probably, wait, was it the Davies coach?
Yeah, I believe it was the Davies coach.
As he will say, hey girls, let's slow this one down a little bit. We don't need to take all these contested shots.
Yeah, definitely when you're playing with a huge lead like the Davies Eagles are tonight, just want to now slow it down on offense, try and waste as much time as possible here, and get some good quality looks.
And obviously the Deacons here need to score a lot of points to get back in this, but if you're Coach Maher here, do you almost want to play more defense, stop this super efficient three-pointing team?
Yeah, you really just need to continue to play good defense. And then definitely, even though you're down by a lot and you want to score really quickly, there's not a shot out here that's going to get this lead all the way cut back. So you just got to take it one possession at a time, try and find good quality looks.
Very well put, CJ. There's no style points in basketball, so you want to make sure to keep it fundamental, as Davies will get their free throws here, it looks like. I'm not sure what. Do you know?
Yeah, she got fouled. She drew an and one play, so she's going to go 1 for 1 at the line here.
Got it. And Scari will get a chance at her free throw. Cute little dribble before the shot. And she finds it.
Yeah, Scari up to 8 points on the night.
And looking for 9 here, as Hakim and Riley look like a track star here with this setup. They're going to dash for this ball. And she gets her second one. So Deacons will inbound it here with their 25-point deficit. Bohr to Jablonski, contested sort of there. Jablonski finds the catch, gives it to Taylor. Taylor's going to slow it down to the top of the key. Out to Bohr, kind of open there, deep three. Back to Jablonski. Jablonski dribbles it around to Sievert on the perimeter, to back to round to Taylor. Up to Bohr, looks for the three, does not get the three.
Yeah, again, good look there by three, just can't make the shot.
I mean, if you're wearing a 3 on the jersey, CJ, you got to take it, don't you?
Yeah, you really do, especially when you're that wide open. You had to take the three. You already made one open three really early in the ball game. You just hope you have the same shot form to make it again, and just a little off in the form there.
And Skari up to Nur. Nur says this one's open. Oh, wow. That was smothered by Hakim, but just not enough. Nur will get that three, put the Davies up even more as Taylor will inbound it.
Yeah, Nur up to 18 points with that three.
Wow. Sievert looking for a teammate. Says, well, guess I got to dribble it. And Skari punches it out. That will be the Deacons ball.
Again, Davies just fundamentally sound on defense here, making the Deacons work for every single point here.
And with 4 minutes left, this one's starting to look very out of reach here for the Deacons. They need to get something going fast, or they can't get something going at all.
Yeah.
Sievert, contested three, front of the rim.
With the way the ball game's been going so far tonight, I don't think it's going to definitely really be a steep uphill climb for the Deacons to try and claw their way back into this one.
Yeah, and this will be the Davies ball as Taylor travels in the paint. Almost looked for like a pass there, got the ball caught up a little, and easy turnover for the Eagles. Passing on to Skari. Skari does a little spin around move, contested midi. Doesn't find it. Skari has not been very accurate on the night. Taylor, little tween, gives it to Bohr. Bohr to Gust in the corner. Sievert in the paint. Out to Bohr again. Bohr to Jablonski. Jablonski takes the two. No, that was missed. Nothing but net, but not in the way you hope.
Yeah, it looked like it was just a pure swish there, but I guess air ball instead.
Bad angle from up here. And Taylor will inbound it for Bohr. Bohr guarded very tight there. Taylor up at the top. Ford takes a poke at it. Taylor dribbling it back. The crowd is counting down the shot clock here. Contested two. Nope. Sievert gets it. Wants to go back up. Nope. Back up again. Yup. That's two for the Deacons.
Yeah, and just a good fight there out of Sievert there. Never giving up on the play. Even though she had a couple of misses, still fighting for the offensive rebound. Finally got the putback to go.
Definitely. And Sievert isn't just tall. She's a very physical athlete. I mean, I think she'd probably fry me in a football route too. Gust takes it. Oh, Ford goes for a swipe. Might have to pay for it. Nope. Gets back on Taylor. Taylor going to try and dribble it around. Finds Gust again. Gust to Bohr. Bohr wants a contested three. Nope. Jablonski gets the rebound. Taylor, ooh, quick little move. Gets the mid-range. And it will not go down. A lot of misses here in a row for the Deacons as Passanante finally stops this rebounding madness.
Again, some of these are good shot takes by the Deacons team, just can't get the roll that they want. And again, lack of court awareness. Forgot about the cut of the runner coming down the court there, and just an easy layup for this Deacons team.
Yeah, Ranky. I mean, that's just a fundamental basketball move there. Gus in the paint. Ooh, kind of gets pushed around a little bit. Ford says, I'll take that. Thank you very much, as she'll take it back up the court. Up to Passanante. Passanante taking it slow. I mean, they've got the lead. This one's all but over.
Yeah, just slow it down. Make sure you get a really good look. Don't force anything.
Oh, no. Passanante down. Hopefully she's okay as Taylor gets a two. But that is a big key of the Davies offense, is she'll walk off just fine. Maybe a little stinger there for her.
Yeah, definitely look concerning when you're grabbing at the knee. You never want to see any athlete grabbing at their knee, especially if it's non-contact. But she looks to be up and walking all right.
And that would be a huge loss for this Davies team. Maybe not for this game, but you don't want to lose a player like that for these upcoming ones.
Yeah, especially when she's up to 26 points on the night.
Wow. That just shows you how impressive of a scorer she is. But honestly, her defensive performance has an argument for being better even.
Yeah, really just all-around great basketball player.
Speaking of good basketball, Nur contested two, doesn't quite get it. A lot of Davies people there to defend it, and this will be out to Ford. Ford looks for a shot, can't quite find it. Braflat dives for it, kind of just flopping around. Taylor driving up. She's going to go for the 2. No, she's going to stop, slow it down, pass it back out. This is Kendall Kuhneman in the game, as it looks like the Deacons have been putting some of their JV players in, give them some reps. Oh, and Larson going to hit the bottom of the rim there and travel from
No, it looks like Davies' coach just called a timeout there to get a substitution and get his younger players and maybe take his starters out, knowing that this game's winding down to the end here.
Got it. And, I mean, just before this was the Deacons Eagles JV game. Looks like we're going to get a little bit of a rehashing of that as Brafflat takes it up. Hansen with the screen. Brafflat will pass it back out to one of her teammates. And Davies just kind of loses the ball in the paint. Very interesting.
Yeah, again, some of these JV players just probably happy to be in a varsity game here, even though it's maybe scrub time minutes here, just happy to get on the court here of a varsity basketball game.
I mean, especially with this crowd today, they've got a pretty good showing here for this girls' basketball game. It's got to be nice to play in front of this many fans.
Yeah, again, getting ready for the doubleheader tonight. Boys varsity will be on after this. So, yeah, like you said, the crowd really packing this gym. Definitely a huge spotlight no matter what time you get on the court.
Absolutely, and Hansen will get the free throws here. I mean, statistically speaking, tall player is pretty bad at free throws. Let's see if she can knock this one down. Can't get it.
Yeah, good at drawing the foul. Sometimes a little iffy on the free throw.
And that's Cope to Kuhneman. Kuhneman going to dribble it in. Cope again. Larson on the perimeter. Larson's just going to take it. Wow, bricked it, as that is going to be off the knee of the Davies player, Shanley ball. 10 seconds left in this game, CJ. This one's over. Deacons almost had it in the first half there. But do you think that Davies just kind of ran away with it offensively or locked him down too hard on the defense?
I really think looking at it, it was just, I mean, you can't praise one side of the ball too much because it was just a really good, fundamentally sound, complementary basketball game by the Davies team. They were really locking the Deacons down on offense, really making it really tough looks on this Deacons team, and then offensively, you just saw they were able to do it from the 3, from the paint, from the mid-range. They just had it all.
Absolutely, and I mean, I don't want to keep giving her this much credit on a Shanley broadcast, but Passanante, just an absolutely phenomenal basketball player. Do you think she's going to be the difference in this Davies offense, or do you think that the whole team's perimeter play is just what's doing this?
Yeah, the whole team was really good, but Passanante really stuck out with this Davies team here. She was definitely the player of the game tonight. 26 points in a high school basketball game, just really great. She's doing it game in and game out. Again, showing you why she's the third leading scorer in the EDC here. Congrats to Passanante on such a great game.
Absolutely, and great game by the Deacons and Davies alike, and that will wrap it up with a very fun, fast-paced game. For CJ Johnson and our entire crew, I'm Briggs Hansen. The final score from Fargo Shanley Deacons here was 38 Deacons, 66 Davies. To watch the archive version of this entire game and our broadcast, go to ShanleyTV.com. The proceeding has been a presentation of Shanley TV, and make sure to stay tuned for the boys' game next.
Yeah, check, check.
Hello. All right. Does it sound good? Okay.
Oh, yeah, I can hear Henry better. Yeah, that's good.
All right.
Like it. All good.
Wait, I can't hear CJ very well.
That's what I'm saying. That one was weird. That one was like cutting in and out a little bit. I'm 2.
Yeah, most of my sound is just from.
You're good?
Oh yeah, there we go.
You good? All right, perfect.
This volume is whether he'll be able to hear you better. This would be if Henry was too quiet, you could always turn this up.
Okay.
It has nothing to do with the real volume. It's just the back and forth volume.
Okay.
Yeah, so you're good now?
This is the mixer where you can hear each other.
Okay, so if I turn this one up, I could hear him better.
So when he's turned up, it means you'll be able to, and Miller will be able to hear
Okay.
you better. So like right now, hers is off essentially because frankly, she doesn't have a microphone.
Okay.
But like if I turn this up, you'd be even louder. Like you'll be able to hear him even better.
Okay.
Because this is just back and forth. Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Check.
Oh.
Yeah. Because this should be your voice, like the Henry's hearing.
Huh?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
there we go. I can hear him.
We're good?
Very well now.
Good now? Better?
Weird, because that should be the voice he's hearing, not the voice you're in. Anyway.
Yeah, that turned CJ up, but it sounds good now.
Okay.
Yep. Here.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
Yeah, this is perfect.
The voice actually. So
Yeah.
if you need to hear
Oh
him
wait.
better, turn one up.
Okay. All right, good.
Yeah. Wait.
Check, check, yeah.
Yeah. Wait.
Good?
Oh, yep. Okay. I like it just being a little louder. Here. Yep.
Yeah, there we
Okay.
go. All right. From McCormick Gymnasium in Fargo, North Dakota, good evening, everyone. I'm CJ Johnson alongside my good friend Henry Liebel as we get set for North Dakota High School boys basketball action as the Shanley Deacons prepare to take on the Fargo Davies Eagles. Boys basketball on Shanley TV is presented by the Shanley Athletic Club, taking Deacon athletics to a higher level. We have an exciting game for you tonight. Stay tuned and we will return shortly right after this message from our Deacon sponsors.
This broadcast is presented by American Family Insurance, Ken Craft Agency, Bell Bank, Electro Diagnostic Services, Essentia Health, Fargo Orthodontics, Forum Communications, Fusion Electric, Great States, Hurley's, J-Tech Mechanical, Luther Family Buick GMC, Moore Engineering, Network Center, Off the Wall Advertising, OnSharp, Peak Partners, Sandine Law, Shields, Sweeney Controls Company, and Zerberg Architects.
As we get set for you tonight here for an exciting basketball game, Henry, what do you think each team needs to do tonight to come out of here with a win?
Well, first of all, we're going to look at standings here. Davies is 9-4. They're coming off a nice win against Grand Forks Central. Deeks are 3-9. They're coming off a loss against Fargo North. I think the big decider in this game tonight is going to be Davies' really powerful, not-so-secret weapon, Colin Williams. He's got the most rebounds in the EDC. And I'm just looking at these stats. Davies isn't a three-point team. They're going to be giving a lot of these shots to Colin Williams, most likely inside the paint, and using him to his advantage. Players like Miller and Thomas Lawrence are going to be giving him the ball here. I think for the Deacons, if they want to control this game, they're going to really try and crack down on these rebounds, both offensive and defensive. That's where most of these Davies points have come from these past few weeks. So if Shanley can contain all their possessions, not give away random turnovers and bad plays like that, and really just be on top of it, getting those rebounds, they can have some hope in this game.
Yeah, and like you said, Williams already having an impact here on the floor. He already got an offensive rebound and a putback for the first points of the game here. As we get set, there's a foul called on the Davies, Eagles, so it's going to stay with the Shanley Deacons here as Kraft slows it down to try and get control of this offense here. Kraft over to Holcraft, over to Baumgartner. Baumgartner back to Kraft. Kraft to Holcraft. Holcraft tries to drive into the paint here, step back. Jumper can't get it to go. Williams again with another rebound, already with 2 rebounds on the night here. So now Lawrence in the corner. Lawrence over to Miller. Miller gives it inside. Miller, Lawrence deep 3, can't get it to go. Williams another offensive rebound. And he gets another bucket off an offensive rebound. Again, like you said, Williams already with an impact here in the ball game. Perkarovich here with his first points of the game. Lawrence now in the corner. Lawrence gives it to Williams. Williams, easy and one for Williams. Just going upstairs to get that one.
Williams already has 6 points in this game, and maybe some more off of this free throw. The Deacons are doing the exact opposite. Or, I mean, not by their own power, but they've already let Williams get inside the paint and really do whatever he wants.
Yeah, and I mean, you can tell just the size disadvantage here for the Deacons. I mean, if you're the Deacons, how are you going to slow down this Davies offense?
You're just going to have to play physical. That's all you can do. Focus on the play at hand and really focus on Colin Williams.
So Holcraft now. Sweat Jr. checks into the game here for the Deacons, taking out Cutterbaugh early. Perkarovich up the wing. He's going to try and drive in. Gets it over to Holcraft. Holcraft deep 3. Gets it to go. Nice 3 by Holcraft. So now Lawrence. Lawrence gives it to Lawrence. To Miller. Miller inside to Reinke. Reinke tries to get it inside to Miller. It's going to go out of bounds, though, on the Deacons. Lawrence to inbound, or excuse me, Miller to inbound. Gets it into Reinke, and Holcraft with the steal. So now Deacons quickly on the other end. Perkarovich loses the handle on it, tries to split two defenders, falls on the ground. Fans in the stadium or in the gymnasium here wanted a call. Not going to get one though.
Oh, I like it from Sweat. He's really taken the physicality to heart here. Coach Weber probably put him in saying, please lock down Williams, and he's doing that job right now. It's unfortunate he got the foul.
Yeah, it almost looks like from up here, I thought the call was that Williams stepped out of bounds, but instead, like you said, Sweat Jr. just playing really physical on Williams. Even though Sweat Jr. has the height disadvantage, you can just see the aggression that he's playing with here to try and lock him down.
Yeah, sometimes that's all it takes is being the more aggressive, confident one in these situations. Like right there, blocking him out.
Yeah, Lawrence with an air ball, but Reinke with the offensive rebound, and again with another putback. So right now, a trend here, Henry, is that Davies is getting pretty much all their points off of offensive rebounds.
That's how they've been doing it all year. That's why they're number one in rebounds and points off of rebounds.
Kraft drives inside. He's going to draw the foul, so he's going to go to the line for two. I tell you what, though, Henry, the Eagles travel really well. Granted, it's just a couple blocks away, Davies and Shanley here, but the Eagles definitely have a great showing by their students.
Yeah, for sure. And to add on to that, Davies is about to finish up. I believe they have one more away game, but they're kind of on a string of away games right now, and they've had a few good results in that as well.
So Kraft now goes 2 for 2 at the line, cutting this lead down to 1. So now Lawrence is going to bring it up for this Eagles team. Lawrence over to Lawrence. To Reinke. Reinke back out to Lawrence. Lawrence with a three. Can't get it to go. Cutterbaugh with the rebound. Deacons quickly up the floor. Cutterbaugh thought about the three. He's going to give it to Baumgartner instead. Baumgartner step back three. Cash money for Baumgartner. Nothing but net. Eagles wasting no time, though, quickly up the floor. Lawrence drives in, stumbles, falls down. Williams can't get the jump shot to go. Great rebound by Cutterbaugh. Steal there, though, by Eagles. Reinke gives it inside to Lawrence. Lawrence out. Lawrence loses the handle on it. Deacons quick in transition. And Holcraft can't make the easy layup in transition. A little too strong off the glass. Lawrence, though, the other way, misses the three. Gets his own rebound, though. Lawrence over to Lawrence. Lawrence to Reinke. Reinke drives inside. Draws two defenders with him. Can't get it to go. Williams, though, again with an offensive rebound and another putback.
Yeah, he kind of just came in as a shadow. He was just shadowing those Deacon guards right there. They seemed like they had, and he just slid right through them.
Yeah, and again, like you said, they're definitely going to have to slow down Williams here, but it looks like the Deacons here on some of these rebounds, they just lose track of where he is on the court.
Yeah, and they've been doing some good things here in the last few minutes. I've seen a lot of good rebounds from the Shanley team, and that's working for them right now.
So now Lawrence is going to bring it up the floor here for the Eagles. Lawrence to Trapeak. Eagles dish it inside to Williams. Williams again, another easy layup. So Perkarovich now with it to Kraft. Kraft takes the three. Can't get that one to go. Trapeak with the rebound to Lawrence. Inside to Wheeldon. Vetter can't connect on the three. Kraft with the rebound. Deacons quickly up the floor. Kraft slows it down, trying to get control of this offense here. Trying to tie the game up with this possession here. Kraft. Over to Holcraft. Holcraft drives in, and Holcraft on the drive-in is going to get fouled, so he's going to go to the line and shoot two. Already, Henry, I would say you're seeing great ball movement here by this Deacons team, really trying to drive in and get it into the paint, even though they have the height disadvantage.
Yeah, this game started out like lightning in a bottle. Both teams going right at it. Lots of deep passes into the court and stuff. And both teams have handled it well. But I think the Deacons have done well with this pressure so far. It's just a matter of how long can they do it. I know earlier this year they've actually led this Davies team going into halftime, but it's fallen apart later. So it's just going to be about time and if they can hold this up against the minutes.
Yeah, the Holcraft goes 2 for 2 at the line here. So the Eagles now have it back. Ranke inside to Wheeldon. Wheeldon gets double teamed. Tripke can't get the three to go. Offensive rebound, though, by Miller. Over to Vetter. Vetter gets it inside to Ranke. Ranke draws the double team. Looked like Ranke kind of traveled there, but instead they're going to call the foul on Perkarovich.
Like a timeout's called.
Yeah, it looks like Davies there calls the timeout there. So here in the timeout here, what do you think Coach Weber's saying to his Deacons team? I mean, they have the game tied up. They've been playing pretty well. There's been a couple missed lapses. Again, like we talked about, the rebounding already kind of showing a struggle here. What do you think Coach Weber's saying to his guys right now?
Well, yeah, looking out here from the stands, you'd probably see that this Deacons team is doing pretty well. Knowing Coach Weber, he's probably yelling at these guys for, some of these things that they got to clean up, and he's holding them to a standard here. He's yelling at them. He's probably yelling at them. You got to clean up these things and continue to work as a team here.
And if you're the Davies Eagles here, you're probably just saying, yeah, just keep rolling here, right?
Yeah.
So now Miller to inbound it here for the Eagles, and Vetter with the put up. Eagles are in the press here. Deacons do a good job breaking it. Baumgartner drives inside. He's going to draw another foul, and that's going to be against Wheeldon. And Wheeldon already with 2 fouls in this game, so the coach is going to have to pull him and make him sit now as Williams checks back into the game for the Eagles. Baumgartner trying to give it to Kraft. Ball's on the floor. Jump ball is going to be called, and it's going to go to the Eagles. Cutterba and Ranke were fighting for it on the ground there.
Yeah, looking at the fouls, there's quite a few actually so far, and I'm just wondering how that's going to play into this end of this first half. We knew that the Deacons had lots of opportunities to get points off of fouls a few games ago, but just couldn't capitalize. So I think that's going to be another thing tonight. If they can start drilling some of these free throws that they get, if the Davies allow them to get into the bonus, that can make a huge difference in this game.
Ranke had a contested shot on the other end, couldn't make it. Led the Deacons down on this side of the court. Cutterbutt to inbound. Cutterbutt gives it inside to Perkarovich. Cutterbutt down low in the paint. Kicks it out to Holcraft. Holcraft three. Oh, nice three by Holcraft over the tall defender.
Yeah, he's up to 8 points so far.
Miller's going to bring it up. Tripke. Over to Vetter. Vetter, Ranke, back to Vetter. Tripke loses the handle, recovers it. Almost a steal there by Perkarovich. Miller, corner three. Gets that one to go. The Eagles stay in the press. The Deacons do a nice job breaking it. Cutterbaugh has it. Gives it to Kraft. Kraft fakes inside. Now the Eagles playing in this zone look. and Holcraft loses the handle on it, and it goes straight to Williams. So now the Eagles with the ball. Quickly down the court, Ranke 3, can't get it to go. Rebound by Kraft. Deacons now quickly up the floor. Baumgartner is fighting the whole way up the court and finally gets the foul called. Vetter commits his first personal. So Cutterbutt to inbound it.
Oh, nice play there by Cutterbutt.
Yeah, saw the defender wasn't looking, just kind of threw it off the back there a little bit. Kraft gets double teamed. Gets it over to Perkarovich. Perkarovich turns it over. Tripkey now. Ranke. Vetter. Vetter. Splash money from 3. So Eagles again staying in this press look. The Deacons do a nice job breaking it though. Eagles stay in the zone. Perkarovich had a nice look, couldn't capitalize though. Gets a bad roll off the rim. Deacons really need to crash the boards here a little bit, and they finally get a rebound. Baumgartner drives in, and one. And one play by Baumgartner. What a great take there by Baumgartner. What did you say?
Yeah, I'd say that, and I'm hoping, and everyone in this gymnasium is probably hoping, that he can have a breakout game today. Last time we were at home, he started out kind of slow in the beginning, but he went on to have over a 40-point game. So if we could have a nice performance by Baumgartner, that would really help this Deacons team. All right, folks, Shanley TV is made possible in part by the Shanley Athletic Club and their generous members. Check out their website today at shanleyathletic.club.com to learn how your membership contributes to Shanley TV, the Deacon Den, and many other student-athlete needs. While you're there, be sure to renew your annual membership by clicking the Join Now button or become a member if you're not one already. It's easy to become a member, and anyone can join, so sign up today. The Shanley Athletic Club, taking Deacon athletics to a higher level.
Yeah, and through the Shanley Athletic Club there, I want to give a shout-out to our entire crew here. We got Noah Johnson there on the cameras, along with Justin on the TriCaster, with Kyle Duffy down there on the scoreboard, and we got Jacob on the other camera. Back to the action here as the Eagles have the ball. Lawrence to Miller. Miller misses the 3. Nice rebound there by Holcraft. Fights for the jump ball. And it's going to give the Deacons the possession. Eagles stay in the press look. Deacons really need to get across court here quick, and they do. Perkarovich drives in, kicks out Cutterbutt. Cutterbutt thought about 3. Now he's going to give it inside to Baumgartner, and Baumgartner loses the handle on it. They're going to say it's going to stay with the Deacons here. So the Deacons are going to keep the basketball with 11 left on the shot clock. Cutterbutt inbound, gets it to Perkarovich. Perkarovich can't get it, but Cutterbutt with a nice offensive rebound. Baumgartner drives in, gets stonewalled, gives it to Holcraft. Holcraft with a nice look. And Holcraft with that basket's going to tie the game.
Yeah, that's what the Deacons need. Plays like Cutterbutt, where he goes in and gets the very physical offensive rebound. That's what they got to keep doing tonight.
So now the Eagles. Lawrence in the corner. Air ball by Lawrence. Quickly up the floor is Holcraft. Holcraft to Baumgartner. Baumgartner, 3. Oh, my goodness!
That's what we like to see out of him.
I don't think that 3 hit any part of the rim. That was a perfect 3 by Baumgartner. Just easy catch and shoot.
Yeah, that had probably break some of Newton's laws. Not sure which ones, maybe all 3. There was no resistance there.
And we got a referee timeout here. It looks like one of the refs is kind of a little shooken up. I don't know what happened exactly down there. The Davies Eagles student section is kind of blocking our view here, but we just hope the best for this ref, and hopefully he can come back in the game and continue to ref the game. It looks like he's going to stay out there, the ref will. I don't know. He's kind of shaking his head a little bit.
Do you think there's some backup refs that we can pull out in the EDC?
Hopefully, I mean, I hope there is. It'd definitely be hard to ref a game if you only have 2 refs. It looks like it might be something with it. I don't want to guess here. I'm not a trainer by any means, but he keeps kind of walking gingerly there, so it might be something with his leg there. I'm not sure if the ref just kind of stepped wrong there a little bit, or if he like slipped. I don't know, but
yeah, he's heading out to the locker room right now.
Just best wishes for the ref there. So now I've never been in this situation here, Henry, so it looks like they're just kind of going to take a pause here on the game and wait for another ref here maybe?
Yeah, I have no idea. I'm not going to lie to anyone. I have no idea what happens at this point. I don't know if you can continue with only 2 refs. And it looks like we're going to take a break here.
This broadcast is presented by American Family Insurance, Ken Craft Agency, Bell Bank, Electro Diagnostic Services, Essentia Health, Fargo Orthodontics, Forum Communications, Fusion Electric, Great States, Hurley's, J-Tech Mechanical, Luther Family Buick GMC, Moore Engineering, Network Center, Off the Wall Advertising, OnSharp, Peak Partners, Sandine Law, Shields, Sweeney Controls Company, and Zerberg Architects.
Yeah, welcome back here to McCormick Gymnasium. We have a kind of an incident here that I don't think has ever really happened here on the Shanley TV broadcast here. A ref had to call, or there was a referee timeout there, or there was a ref that kind of got injured a little bit, it looks like. He was walking gingerly. I'm guessing maybe has something to do with his leg or something. He walked out to the athletic trainer, and so now we're stopped here. We have stopped play. Each team on their bench talking it out with their coaches, trying to figure out a game plan here. There is 7:19 left in the first half, with the Deacons leading by 3. Again, folks, I can't stress this enough. This is just a really interesting circumstance that we are in. As we welcome you back here to McCormick Gymnasium here Looks like the teams are starting to head back out here on the floor.
And I've actually looked up some official, possibly unofficial rules here. In North Dakota high school basketball games, they can continue if there's only 2 officials. This is under the National Federation of State High School Associations. All that remains is that you just need both teams to agree that they can allow the game to continue with only 2 refs, and that's exactly what's happened here.
Alrighty, so we're going to pick back up in action here as the Eagles have the ball. Williams is going to go to work on Perkarovich. It looks like there is going to be a foul called against Perkarovich on the floor. So Williams will not go to the line for 2. Again, we've already seen early in this ball game here, Henry, that Coach Weber has had to use some of his bench. I know most of the times he doesn't like going – he's not a pretty big, deep bench person here, but already this Deacons team having to use some different personnel. Yeah,
the Deacons team doesn't have much depth to it, but you just got to run through a lot of your reserves here because this Davies team is very quick and very fast, and it's probably straining everyone's energy out. And so it's just a necessary thing that Coach Weber's got to do is reach into his toolbox a little bit.
Yeah, and for the Eagles, we've already seen in this game that they're not afraid to use their bench. They definitely have a multitude of guys. As Tolja checks into the game for the Eagles for his first minutes.
Oh, for a second there, I thought they weren't going to call Mitchell on that.
Yeah, it looks like Mitchell thought he got away with a little something. He wanted no call, but the refs at the last minute, like you said, caught it there. So that will send Lawrence to the line.
That is Andrew Lawrence.
And Andrew Lawrence misses both, but Williams with the rebound, with the offensive rebound, but he can't get the putback to go. So it will be Deacons' ball. They still have a 3-point lead with 6:20 left in the first half. Baumgartner on the wing. Baumgartner gets it stripped away. The Eagles quickly recover. Lawrence misses the easy layup in transition.
Mitchell falls down there. Some contact.
Cutterbutt corner 3 can't get it to go. Andrew Lawrence with the rebound. Holcraft pokes it out, though, and we're going to get a jump ball.
Oh.
So great hustle play there by Holcraft on the rebound.
Yeah, for sure. What we just saw there, I feel like was 2 sloppy plays, both by different teams.
Yeah, as Tripke and Vetter check back into the game here for the Eagles. Ranke drives in on Kraft. Dishes it to Tripke. Tripke back to Ranke. Tolja with a deep 3. Tolja, that's his first points of the night. Kraft up the floor. Gives it to Baumgartner. Baumgartner thought about 3, now he's going to drive inside. Draws the double team, kicks it back out to Holcraft. Holcraft gives it back to Baumgartner. Baumgartner step back 3, can't get it to go, too short. Ranke with the rebound. Quickly up the floor is the Eagles. Gives it inside. Williams draws the double team, kicks it out to Tripke. Tripke's going to drive into an open lane, and he's going to get an easy finger roll off the glass.
Yeah, Deacons left the middle wide open there.
Mitchell takes a 3, but it's blocked. So it's going to go back to the Eagles. And Williams, wow, fancy foot there by Williams.
When a very angry timeout called by Weber.
Yeah, Coach Weber is 100% not happy with the effort that his guys are playing with. You can just see him from up here. He's definitely getting frustrated with his players.
Yeah, I mean, I think Davies just went on a 10 or 11-point run there with no answering from the Deacons. And so he's probably just trying to collect his team again. Say, this isn't an ordinary circumstance to be this close to such a good team. And just telling them to carry on until halftime.
Yeah, and I know Coach Weber definitely does a lot of running and conditioning in practice. And I feel like maybe he's just a little frustrated that he's not seen some of his better players or leaders here out on the floor run the court.
Oh, for sure. Hopefully with that, everyone just takes that to heart and starts giving it 100%.
So Kraft inbound it. Cutterbaugh has it, gives it to Kraft. Holcraft now. Holcraft loses the handle on it, gives it to Tripke. And Tripke's going to get it poked away, but it's going to stay with the Eagles. Tripke to inbound it, gives it to Toja. Now Vetter. Vetter on the wing, gives it to Toja. Toja thought about the three, going to give it inside to Ranke instead. Ranke back out to Toja. Now to Tripke. Tripke thought about the three. Now he's going to pull up jumper, too strong. But an offensive rebound by the Eagles team. Toja takes the three. Oh man, nothing but net. Again, he's 2 for 2 from behind the arc. Deacons though quickly up the floor. And Holcraft stumbles.
Yeah, a little bit of salt in the wound there for the Deacons.
Yeah, Deacons fans not happy with the travel. They thought he stayed even though he's falling to the ground. The Eagle student section was very happy with that call. And so now Vetter with the ball. Williams pull-up jumper, can't get it to go. Too strong off the back iron. Nice rebound by Mitchell. So now Kraft's going to slow it down here for the Deacons. Holcraft, Baumgartner. Baumgartner step back three. Oh my goodness, what a three by Baumgartner. That was a nice step back three by Baumgartner.
Yeah, and I would say that Baumgartner was taking some really risky shots, but with a player like him, he's been making most of them.
Ranke goes to work on Kraft. Kraft plays great defense. Toja misses his first three of the night. So Baumgartner quickly the other way, and he's going to draw the foul. So now it looks like with that foul, that's going to put the Deacons
into the bonus. Okay.
Okay, now they're going to give it to him. Yeah, I was going to say on the scoreboard there, it says the Eagles have 17 fouls. So that would send Baumgartner to the line now in the bonus, a 1-on-1 opportunity.
Baumgartner's done very nice tonight with his free throws, and he nails another. I have a hunch they were really practicing those.
Yeah, I heard from an inside source here in the locker room one night. They definitely worked on their free throws, but at the end of practice, they had to make 2 free throws. Otherwise, they would run. And I know this Deacons basketball team does not want to run extra.
You know, I think they could probably all run a marathon at the end of the season just for fun, you know. They'd probably think that's better than running in practice.
Yeah, maybe join the cross-country team in the fall here. Baumgartner puts up a three, in and out, almost had it. Vetter tucks it in like a running back and drives into the lane for an easy layup. Kraft loses the handle on it. He's going to get it back, kicks it, tries to kick it to his teammate, and so it's going to go back to the Eagles.
Very interesting play right there.
Deacons down by 6. Eagles with the ball. 2:20 left to go in the first half. Tripke. Over to Rennick. Williams drives in, working against Cutterbaugh, and gets the floater to go. Good footwork there by Williams. Kraft with it now. Kraft gives it to Baumgartner. Kraft to Mitchell. Mitchell back to Kraft. Baumgartner open three. Can't get it to go. Too strong. Tripke with the rebound. Tripke drives in, floater, and he gets that one to go. Deacons quickly the other way. Kraft trying to get it inside. Eagles playing great defense, though. Kraft gives it to Baumgartner. Baumgartner crossover, drives in, and he's going to draw the foul. So good work by Baumgartner there to drive into the paint and draw a foul.
Yeah, good work there. I feel like Baumgartner's not has to not fall into the trap of trying to take this Deacons team on his back. I've been seeing a lot of really contested three-pointers that he's shooting. I mean, he's made 2, but I feel like he's got to give some other chances, some more open chances for this Deacons team, because every possession is going to really be valuable.
Yeah, like you said, you definitely don't want to get content from just pulling up from 3, especially, like you said, when they're not good looks.
Yeah, and he's a good three-point shooter, but I feel like he's just got to get more open before he takes those shots.
Baumgartner makes the first at the line. Baumgartner goes 2 for 2, so cuts this the lead back down to 8. With 1:05 left in the first half, Eagles with the ball. Tripke gives it over to Williams. Williams thought about the 3, drives in on Cutterbaugh instead, and he's going to miss. And that's going to be Hansen with his first points of the game. And he's going to get the 6'10". The 6'10" fella is going to get the offensive rebound put back. Deacons turn it over on the other end. So now the Eagles with another opportunity to extend this lead. Tripke to Miller. Miller to Vetter. Vetter misses the 3. Baumgartner quickly the other way. Euro steps his way through, and he's going to draw the foul, so he's going to get another opportunity to go for the line. Again, we're just seeing Baumgartner drive into the paint and draw these easy fouls.
Yeah, and it's working out really well because I think he's 100% today for free throws.
Yeah, I believe he's 4 for 4 on the night. 5 for 5 now. Six for 6 on the night, Baumgartner. And he cuts this lead again back down to 8. So Sweat Jr. is going to check into the ball game here for the Deacons. Kraft's going to take a seat. 22 left in the first half here. Eagles with the ball. Shot clock turned off. So the Eagles can take this possession all the way down if they would like. But instead, that's going to be Andrew Lawrence drives into the paint, and he's going to draw a foul. That's only the Deacons' 6th team foul. So they have one more foul to give before the bonus. Tripke thought about 3, he's going to drive in. Loses the handle, though. Mitchell with the steal. Mitchell's going to step out, though. He's going to accidentally step out of bounds. Kind of lost where he was on the court there, it looked like. And so now with 2.3 left in the game clock.
I have a hunch what their goal with Hansen is for this play.
Is just going to try and lob it up, maybe. Instead takes a bad corner 3 there. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. You were, Henry, maybe trying just quick lob up there, try and get some points. Okay, so what have we been impressed with by the Deacons tonight so far?
Well, I've really been impressed with how physical they've been and really going toe-to-toe with the Davies team. They've been doing pretty good with the rebounds and altogether being able to put up some points. They're only down by 8. They were leading a lot of that game, too, or a lot of the first half, I should say. But Davies is showing why they are number 3 in the EDC, especially Colin Williams doing very nice today. He's got his little play, I think, inside where he just gets the ball and uses his physicality to go up and get the layups. And that's working out very well for them. Again, like I said right before this game, the Deacons have to the Deacons are going to have to keep getting these offensive and defensive rebounds to cut down the points from Davies.
Alrighty, so your score here at halftime, Shanley Deacons 32, Davies Eagles 40. We'll see you back after half. All right, welcome back here as halftime winds to an end here. Henry, what do you think Coach Weber was telling his guys here at halftime?
Grit. That's what they need for this second half. They got a little bit of a hole that they dug themselves into at the last 3 or 4 minutes of that game, or the first half. But this is very far from over, and 8 points can come very quickly. So I think what he's saying is you got to remain physical, got to keep track of Williams, and keep getting the rebounds.
Yeah, like you said, grit. Deacons are kind of saw themselves in the same situation earlier in the season as they led Davies at halftime in their own stadium, or in their own gym, excuse me. So let's see if the Deacons learned from that last experience to kind of keep it competitive here in the second half. Yeah. And if you're the Davies Eagles here, you're probably just saying keep going or keep doing what you've been doing because it's working.
Yeah. Keep getting those balls to Williams. He's been definitely keeping track of this game. And I see they've put Wielden into the game a little here, so I don't know if they're switching up their game plan a little, but overall, Davies just has to keep doing what they're doing.
All righty, as we get going here, Baumgartner to Cutterba to Kraft. Like Henry mentioned, Davies switching their personnel up just slightly with Wielden into the game. Deacons still with their same starters out on the floor, though. With Miller with the defensive rebound, so he's going to bring it up to 4 quickly for the Eagles.
Also, I'd like to add we are back to 3 refs. The one down ref is back out on the court.
Yeah, really great to see him back out.
Oh, it's a new guy. Never mind. So they made a substitution at half. Called in the reserves, I guess.
Yeah, there we go. So best wishes to the other ref that's still sitting out. Cutterba almost with the steal there on Wielden, but they lose track of Williams in the process, and he's going to get an easy dish. So now the lead up to 10 for the Eagles. Deacons with the ball. Kraft to Baumgartner. Baumgartner, top of the key. Baumgartner pulls up from 3, and he gets nothing but net.
That puts Tommy up to 20 points on the night.
So now the Eagles. Wielden drives in on Perkarovich. Step back, easy jump shot over Perkarovich. Wielden using all 6'8 of 6'8, I guess. Kraft, Perkarovich. Dribbles all the way over, tries driving, dishes it to Holcraft. Holcraft, too strong, can't get the floater to go. Williams with the rebound. Miller quickly up the floor. Ranke, reverse under the hoop, gets the layup to go. Deacons quickly up the floor. Cutterba for 3. Nothing but net for Cutterba. Coach Weber already calling a timeout here early in the second half. What do you think? Do you think he's probably happy from the performance here that he's seen out of his guys at a half, or do you think he's trying to get him here to play a little harder?
I'm not sure. Maybe he is seeing something different, a different kind of strategy from this Davies Eagles team that he's maybe trying to counter early in this half.
Yeah, like the Deacons, cut this lead down to 8. So like you said, maybe Coach Weber trying to draw something up here to even to decrease this lead even more. And then if you're, like we've been saying all night, if you're the Eagles, just probably keep doing what you're doing because it's working.
Yeah. And I'm thinking, Weber's trying to stop a problem before it really becomes a bigger problem. And is maybe switching up some guys and maybe drawing up a few plays that they might try out here.
Yeah, maybe just kind of from that experience from last game like we talked about when they played Davies at home. They had the lead at halftime. They let it get away from them, and it's turned out to be a blowout late in the second half. So like you said, maybe just making sure that doesn't happen again.
Yeah, learning from your mistakes.
So both teams come back out on the floor. It is going to be Deacons basketball. So Miller will inbound the ball here to Lawrence. Lawrence gives it to Wielden. Wielden back to Lawrence. Lawrence drives inside, kicks it out to Ranke. Ranke again, reversal just on the other side this time, showing you he can do it from both sides. But the Deacons quickly up the floor, not phased at all. And Cutterball with an easy layup. Coach Weber excited with that one as the lead still 8. Ranke thought about the 3. Kick it out instead. Miller. Wielden. Lawrence. Williams inside. Draws the double team. Kicks out to Lawrence. Gives it back to Miller. Miller open 3. Too strong off the back iron. Williams with the rebound. Working inside against Cutterbaugh. Can't get it to go. Blocked by Holcraft on the offensive rebound. And it looks like it's going to be Deacons basketball.
Those are the type of high-intensity plays that the Deacons need to keep making.
So Kraft's going to bring it up the floor now for the Deacons. Kraft to Baumgartner. Baumgartner to Cutterbaugh. Cutterbaugh to Baumgartner. Baumgartner tries to draw in, and he loses the handle on it, so Lawrence has it the other way. Oh, my! And they're going to call a body, it looks like. The official almost gave the hand sign like it was going to be a charge.
Wow.
But instead, they're going to call a body on Perkarovich. That will be his 3rd, so...
Oh, we're going to see a... Oh, never mind.
So Ranke is going to go to the line for 2. Yeah, the whole gymnasium here really wanted a charge there.
Yeah, I mean, without a replay, I couldn't say, but it looked like he was pretty stationary when that push happened.
And so Ranke's going to make the 1-and-1 play, or with the and-1 play happen. Holcraft to Cutterbaugh. Cutterbaugh gives it to Perkarovich. Perkarovich takes the 3. In and out for Perkarovich. Wielden with the rebound. Tripke has it. Lead up to 11 now for the Eagles. Ranke thought about getting inside. Instead, kicks it out. They try and get back to Ranke, and he's going to lose the handle, so it's going to go out of bounds. It's going to be Deacons basketball. Kraft slowly up the floor. Gives it to Cutterbaugh. Cutterbaugh to Perkarovich. Perkarovich back to Kraft. Kraft trying to give it to Perkarovich. Going to dribble to the other side now. Baumgartner's going to try and draw inside. Baumgartner tried to give it to Cutterbaugh, but Cutterbaugh's going to lose the handle on it, and so it's going to be the Eagles' ball.
Yeah, just got to hope now that the Deacons don't lose the handle on the rest of this game.
Ranke inside to Wielden. Wielden back out to Ranke. Ranke 3. Can't get it to go. Baumgartner had the rebound, lost it, goes back to Wielden. Wielden tries to go inside, can't get it to go, and Cutterbaugh finally comes up with it. So Deacons quickly other way with a 3-on-1 opportunity, and they capitalize. Perkarovich with a nice layup in. So now the lead back to 9. Deacons bench energized. Deacons hoping to get a stop. Wielden gets it inside, tries to get it inside to Ranke. Can't get it. Cutterball with the deflection. Deacons quickly other way. Holcraft can't get the 3 to go. Williams with the rebound. Tripke going to slow it down now for the Eagles. Ranke gets it inside to Wielden. Wielden goes to work.
Oh.
Cutterbaugh comes backside help and gets the block, but they're going to call foul instead. It looks like Cutterbaugh might have got Wielden on the arm. Cutterbaugh can't believe it. He's in awe.
Yeah, nice string of defensive plays there from Cutterbaugh. And actually, we've been seeing that the whole night. He's had quite a few good defensive plays.
Yeah, even with the knee brace on his leg, maybe could have twisted it up in practice or something. Looks like it's not affecting him at all. Wielden makes the first.
Andrew Lawrence coming back into the game for the Davies Eagles.
Yeah, Ranke's going to take a nice deserved rest. Along with Vetter, it looks like. Vetter's going to check into the game. So Wielden goes 1 for 2 at the line. Deacons have the ball, down by 10 with 12 minutes left to go in the second half. Cutterbutt tries to fight and cutting Holcraft. Kraft going to take 3 instead. Just off the mark. Rebound by Vetter. Vetter gives it to Wielden. A little miscommunication. Kraft with the steal. Perkarovich has it, and it gets tipped away by Perkarovich. So Tripke's going to slow it down now. A little chaotic possession there by both teams. Wielden draws in the double team. Holcraft just comes in and rips it away and says, "That's mine. Thank you very much."
Oh.
And there is going to be a foul on Wielden. Wielden may be a little mad that Holcraft just came in and ripped it away.
Oh, yeah. I feel like both teams are kind of playing hot potato. Neither one of them really wants to have a good possession with the ball right now. They're just kind of taking turns, holding it for a little while.
As Tolja checks into the game for the Eagles along with Hansen. Eagles coach is going to call a timeout here, maybe trying to cool off the momentum here that the Deacons team is playing with.
All right, folks, once again, if you've enjoyed watching our ShanleyTV.com broadcast, please consider making a donation to help us continue to bring you quality programming. We rely on donations to bring you every broadcast, and we need your help to continue to improve the quality of our productions and to add new features for you to enjoy. If you're interested in donating, please contact Joel Shuey at 701-893-3225. Again, that's Joel Shuey at 701-893-3225. Thank you for watching, and thanks for your support of Shanley TV.
Yeah, again, just want to give out a shout-out to this whole Shanley TV crew here. We got Noah and Jacob on the cameras over there, along with Kyle the Pope on the scoreboard. And we got Justin on the TriCaster there. And shout-out to our advisors, Mrs. Miller and Mr. Picard, because without them, this wouldn't be possible.
So with all that chaos, it's still a 10-point difference between these two teams. A little bit of a stalemate.
Yeah. Do you think Coach Weber in that timeout there, you got a chance to talk to his guys, maybe just saying, like you said, calm down, keep the potato for a little bit?
Yeah. You know, it's okay to score.
And Holcraft just off the mark. I thought he was going to get a 3 there to hopefully re-energize this Deacons offense there. But instead, Tripke goes the other way. Tolja drives in, kicks it out. Lawrence, 3. Nothing but net for Lawrence. He's going to bring this lead back up to 13 here. Coach Weber calling out the play here for the Deacons offense. Looks like the Eagles are in a zone. And Baumgartner hits a 3 to break the zone. Nice 3 by Baumgartner. Bring this back to a 10-point game. And Tripke misses the layup. And so Deacons other way to try and cut down to this lead. Cutterbaugh, corner 3. Nothing but net by Cutterbaugh.
That is what they needed to get themselves back up. I think they're rejuvenated right now. They got to play some good defense now.
Lead down to 7. Tripke, 3. Nothing but net, Tripke.
Good response, good response.
Yeah, Perkarovich looks like just gave him a little too much space there. So Deacons going the other way now. Holcraft trying to command this offense. Holcraft tries to get it inside to Perkarovich. Perkarovich loses the handle, somehow tips it to Kraft. Cutterbutt deep 3. Cutterbutt too strong, can't get it to go. Holcraft tries to get the rebound, but runs into a 6'10 Hansen. So now Eagles with the ball. Tripke to Tolja. Tolja inside to Hansen. Hansen kicks out to Lawrence. Lawrence corner 3. Can't get it to go. Holcraft with the rebound.
Wow. I think a foul's going to be called on Baumgartner possibly.
Yeah, it looks like
Yeah.
it looks like Baumgartner just kind of wrapped around a little bit, wrapped Hansen around a little bit there on the rebound, which kind of restricted him from chasing after the ball. So the Eagles to inbound it. Ranke goes up top to get it. Cutterball looks like poked him in the eye a little bit on accident, trying to go for the ball. So they're going to call another foul here against the Deacons. So the Eagles to try and re-inbound the ball again. Cutterball trying to go up top.
A little deja vu there.
Almost had it. Ranke tries to pull up from three, doesn't get it to go. Deacons quickly on the other side. Coach Weber calls a timeout. Didn't want to turn the ball over again. So what do you think Coach Weber's got to say here now again? Maybe just same message, kind of calm down here a little bit?
Yeah, I think primarily he called that timeout to get Tommy out of that pickle. It's kind of isolated from his team there. And I guess here we are, a little ways into the second half, and we are still at a 10-point difference.
Yeah, on your screen here, you're watching some replays here. Just saw a three by Cutterbaugh. Cut the lead down to 7, and then you saw a nice answer there by Lawrence to make it again a 10-point lead. Baumgartner from the corner had a nice three. Cutterbaugh again, the corner three. So again, a lot of fireworks from both offenses here. As you keep seeing on your replay, all the different threes that each team's been shooting here.
Yeah, a lot of points have been scored here. And I think, yeah, it's going to come down to defenses.
Which team can get the stop when they most need it, right?
Yep. Of course, for Deacons, you can't play defense only for this half. Even if you play perfect defense, you're not going to win. So they got to make some points here.
So the Deacons with the possession. Holcraft thought about the three. Dribbles out. Gives it to Cutterbaugh. 6 seconds left on the shot clock. Deacons need to get up, shot up. So Kraft going to take a wild three. Holcraft with the offensive rebound. Dish it inside to Perkarovic, and Perkarovic is going to draw the foul. So he's going to go to the line now and get 2. Great work by Holcraft to get the offensive rebound and get this Deacons team another possession on offense. Perkarovic gets the first. Perkarovic goes 2 for 2 at the line. So now the Eagles going the other way. Williams wide open in the paint. Cutterbaugh recovers. Williams just backs Cutterbaugh down, though, and he's going to get an easy layup. Deacons quickly down the other side, though. Perkarovic kicks it back out to Kraft. Kraft to Cutterbaugh. Cutterbaugh back to Kraft. Kraft's going to slow it back down now. Gives it back to Cutterbaugh. Cutterbaugh trying to get it inside. Gives it out to Perky, though, instead. Holcraft at the top of the key. Can't get it to go. A little too short. Ranke with the rebound. Eagles with the lead by 10. With 8:15 left in the second half. Williams inside. Can't get it to go. Gets his own rebound and gets that one to go. Williams, again, just showing you the dominance he has on the board.
Oh, for sure, his physical dominance there, and that's his 16th point at least in this game.
Cutterbaugh tucks it and runs with it, trying to get the layup, and they're going to call a jump ball. So it's going to go back to the Eagles. So Tripke will bring it up the floor now. Vetter drives in. Step back jumper, can't get it to go. Baumgartner with the rebound. Kraft quickly up the floor. Perkarovich drives inside. Gets double team, kicks it out to Holcraft. Holcraft can't get the hook shot to go. Coach Weber wants a foul. Holcraft, nice hustle play.
Oh.
Gets the steal. Tries to get it out to Perkarovich, and Perkarovich just loses the handle on it and rolls out of bounds. Great hustle, though, and heart play by this Deacons team, though.
Yeah, we're definitely not seeing a lack of effort here. And they're trying to make these plays happen. It's just not coming to them right now.
So the lead is 12 for this Eagles team. Tripke drives in. Floater gets it to go. Deacons quickly up the floor, though. Tries to skip pass it to Holcraft, but Vetter just picks it out of the air. And again, Vetter tries to skip past it to Tripke, and Kraft there to deflect it. But it's going to stay with the Davies Eagles, excuse me. Tripke to inbound it. Gets it inside to Ranke. Ranke goes to work, dishes it to Williams, and Williams is going to get the and one play. Williams, we can't say enough about this guy. He's not the tallest guy on the team. He is only 6'4". They have a 6'8" and a 6'10" player, but Williams just showing you the toughness, the physicality, and just really making a huge impact for this Davies team.
Oh, for sure. And that puts the Davies Eagles lead up to 16 points. That's a 6-point increase since half. Deacons are on a scoring drought right now, which might end right here.
Perkarovich can't get the corner three to go, though. So Tripke will bring it up for the Eagles, for the Davies Eagles. Tripke floater gets it to go.
That was beautiful.
Lead up to 18 now. The Deacons really need to find some offensive momentum here. Cutterbuck cuts inside, misses the layup, but goes to the line for two. So Cutterbuck will take two, and he can't make the first. He makes the second. 1 for 2 at the line. No one there on the back side of the inbound, so it's going to be an easy layup for the Eagles. Kind of caught the Deacons off guard there a little bit.
Jump ball called by the ref.
The Deacons fans really frustrated with that call.
I think the Davies players are really surprised with that call, too.
It's going to stay with the Deacons, though. So Kraft with it, gives it to Baumgartner. Baumgartner, Perkarovich. Perkarovich over to Kraft. Kraft dishes it to Perkarovich. Perkarovich inside, draws double team, and he gets the bucket to go. Now the Eagles with the ball. Lawrence gives it to Tripke. Tripke trying to get it inside to Williams. Williams gets it under the basket, and he's going to get the layup through contact. Williams even drew the double team and still somehow finds a way to get that basket up and good.
Yeah, he's just a physical guy. I think the refs were talking to him about throwing the basketball, just giving him a little warning there.
So now Baumgartner gives it to Perkarovich. Perkarovich to Kraft. Kraft gives it over to Holcraft. Holcraft to Perkarovich. Holcraft cuts inside. He misses the layup, but he's going to go to the line for 2.
They're just trying to make some of these plays happen.
Yeah, good ball movement there by the Deacons.
Davies hasn't let up on their defense either. They're playing to each of these Deacon players like they're down even.
And Holcraft makes the first. And Holcraft goes 2 for 2 at the line. And Kraft with the interception there, running back his old football days. So possession is going to go to the Deacons. Steal by the Eagles, but then going to go out of bounds by this Davies Eagles team. So it's going to stay with the Deacons here. Pergorovich to inbound it. Kraft with the ball. Kraft gives it to Baumgartner. Holcraft loses the handle on it. Turnover by the Deacons. Davies quickly up the other end, and Williams goes coast for coast.
He's up to 22 now.
Deacons quickly on the other side, though. Cutterbuff for a 3. Can't get that one to go. Pergorovich with the offensive rebound, though. Kicks it out to Holcraft. Cutterbuff goes to work in the paint. Kicks out to Kraft. Kraft for a 3, and he can't get that one to go.
Yeah, it seems every time that Holcraft or Pergorovich tries to get into the middle, there's like 4 guys sitting in there just as a blockade. They got to find a different way.
And Eagles quickly up the other end. And Tripke Euro steps his way through and gets the finger roll. So now Baumgartner over to Cutterbuff. Cutterbuff tries to get inside to Holcraft, and Tripke will get it. So another turnover by this Deacons team here. Tripke to Miller. Miller pull-up jumper, gets it to go. Lead now is 23. Baumgartner deep 3, gets it to go. With 3:10 left in the ball game, the lead is 20. And Ranke with a rebound, or with a 3. And it looks like Coach Weber calls a timeout to put the JV guys in the ball game.
Yeah, Davies, it seemed almost silent how they were just kind of taking over the game right there last few minutes. I think ultimately they just weakened and tired out the Deacons offense there. As each point went in, it seemed like the load was getting harder and harder for them to get out of.
Yeah, you can just see some of the starters on this Deacon bench just kind of frustrated with how it ended. They didn't really want a repeat of the first time they met, and it looks like that's exactly what they got.
Yeah, no lack of effort either. They were playing their hearts out the whole time. It's just they met with the force that was just a little better than them tonight.
And it's hard, too, when you're lacking in the height advantage, too, wouldn't you say?
Oh, yeah. There's definitely a size advantage that is involved with this, too.
As Lawrence drives into the lane and gets an easy layup here. Good for these young guys, though, for the Deacons team to get some experience in a true varsity game here, because there is still a little bit of time left to go, 2 minutes in the ball game, and they get the spotlight of this packed gymnasium here. Toja is going to bring it up the floor for the Deacons. Toja pulls up from 3. He's going to be too strong off the back iron, no good. Eagles with the offensive rebound, though, but blocked. Toja gets blocked.
By McLaughlin there.
Ducart thought about it, tries to get inside to Ertel. Turn it over, though, Vetter. And the other end, easy layup. Another turnover here by the Deacons. Eagles try and go upstairs for the dunk. Toja just misses, though. And another turnover here by the Deacons. And so now the Eagles head coach is going to call a timeout.
It's like Davies, JV's coming in as well. Except for Hansen.
I'd say they are leaving the 6'10" man up there. Definitely the tallest man on the court here. Eagles try and go for a three. Can't get it to go, but an offensive rebound with a turnover. So it's going to stay with the Deacons as time winds down here with a minute left in the ball game. Warner from three. Can't get it to go. Davies with a three, can't get it to go. Offensive rebound, though. They get it inside, the Eagles do. Eagles draw a double team. Eagles for a three, can't get it to go. Collision there on the floor, and it's going to be a foul called against Davies Eagles.
I think a little silver lining for anyone in this gymnasium is if one of these JV guys hits a nice three-pointer here at the end of the game.
But another turnover for this Deacons team. And an easy layup in transition for the Davies Eagles.
That's right, Deacons got the last possession here now. See what they do with it.
Liam Ertel, corner three. Can't get it to go. It's going to stay white ball, though, with 4.3 left in the game. Dukart to inbound it. Gives it to tries to get it to Ertel. But another turnover. So, Henry, even though it's not the turnout that the Shanley Deacons wanted, you still have to give them a shout-out for never giving up in this ball game.
Yeah, and someone looking at this score, this score does not really show this game at all. About 90% of it was these two battling it out, and it was really only that big deficit right at the end. And, I mean, that's just when Davies really showed that they were, in fact, the better team coming here. But, yeah, like you said, I'd like to give a big shout-out to this Deacons team who really took it to them and stayed in this game longer than they should have, actually, and had lots of great moments there and just trying to use their physicality as much as they could, even though they weren't bigger than Davies, and trying to make the plays. Second half for Deacons especially, they weren't making their shots and they weren't scoring, and that's another reason why they were really just losing momentum. They weren't being able to put gas in the tank really at all.
Yeah, so for Henry Liebel and our entire crew, I'm CJ Johnson. The final score from Fargo, Shanley Deacons 58, Fargo Davies Eagles 87. To watch the archive version of this entire game and our other broadcasts, go to shanleytv.com. The preceding has been a presentation of Shanley TV. Thank you and good night.